reasons to watch Phantom YouTube.
All right, we are back. We're live and in charge. I'm in charge, anyways. Let's see here. Let me actually.
Sorry, I hit you.
Yeah. Well, you do that from time to time.
How come I'm always on my bad side?
What do you mean on your bad side? I don't feel like you're on your bad side.
I do.
I don't feel like you're on your bad side.
That's because you're a boy and you think there are no such things as bad sides.
We're trying to add some components to the broadcast here that are going to help you be able to follow along at home. Let's transition here into, yes, Gamecast. Ugh. We're helping you keep track of the pitches and where Major League Baseball tells you they are. Not where they actually are, but where they say they are.
Right.
But anyways, we're hoping that we can give you that. Also, too, I wanted to debut this. This is going to be very fun.
Oh, sorry.
We have now
Split screen.
We have a bar cam for you, so you can actually see Oskar Blues here. Check this out. Yeah,
Boom.
Look at that. That right there.
Yay,
that
you don't
is
have to just see us anymore.
right. That's right. So this is the bar right now, as you can see, right in the middle of the day. Good job, Major League Baseball. Plenty of seats, but you know what we do have here. Then this is really, really important, guys.
We do.
Come out here to the Oskar Blues bar in Colorado Springs. So if you're in the Springs or if you're up in Denver thinking about maybe getting away for the weekend, I know a lot of people like to come down to Colorado Springs for the weekend from Denver. Come on down
Visit
here
your
right
parents. That's what I do.
You come down here to visit your parents.
That's the only reason I come to Colorado
Go to
Springs.
see
Visit
Garden
my
of the
parents or
Gods.
come to Oskar Blues.
They have half price on all apps. So half price appetizers. You can get some nice catfish bites. Also, $5 half rack ribs. That is a phenomenal deal. $5
Seriously.
half rack ribs. And then $3.50 Oskar Blues beer, which means this. That's right.
Dale's Pale
Dale's
Ale.
Pale Ale. Position over here. Yeah, here we go. Dale's Pale Ale. All right. Game's getting started here, and obviously the Colorado Rockies are up to bat first. 1-1 is the count
Julio Shashin pitching.
Shashin is on the mound today for the Brewers, obviously former Colorado Rocky. He is over the hill.
He is not over the hill, and TJ thinks that Tyler Anderson is a better pitcher. You literally turned me down so much.
You were a little
I'm passionate is what's happening. I'm being passionate about this. TJ thinks that Tyler Anderson is a better pitcher than Shashin. And
he is. Hey, what's up, G?
Absolutely not a better pitcher than Shashin.
Chris Bennett is in saying, hola, ¿cómo está usted?
Chris, hola.
That's proper.
I was just doing my...
Very proper.
Yes, it is. I was just doing my
Instagram
Live
form.
In Espanol. More importantly.
That's the most Spanish thing I think I can ever say, and I say it in the most white way possible. That's in the usted form.
Yes. Yeah. That's not the most Spanish thing you could possibly say.
It's the most thing I can possibly say.
Nah.
All right, here we go.
Fancy graphics.
Shashin 81. Who's saying fancy graphics?
Chris. Chris said fancy graphics.
Oh, okay. All right, I haven't seen that yet.
I know. How come you've seen I see more than you see right now?
I don't know. That's interesting.
Usually it's backwards.
Yeah, usually it's the other way. Usually it's the other way around. We're also on YouTube, guys.
Yes.
We're also on YouTube. So let me pull up our YouTube-ness. Yep, we're YouTubing. Here we are. Sweet.
Share this video.
JJ Joe is back on board. All right,
What's
first
up,
out of the
JJ?
game. Routine grounder fielded, and that is the first out of the game. Mike Moustakas was playing.
The hero from last night's game.
They had Mike Moustakas playing in between the first and second baseman. So the shift was on Mr. Charlie Blackman.
I love that Fox is offering the SAP option for this game. It's great. Check it out in Espanol.
See, JJ is saying the truth right now. Jena should just wear Brewers stuff. If that's who she feels will win, then I don't think anyone would falter for putting on their stuff.
Here's the thing, JJ. I wear Rockies because my heart is with the Rockies. I want the Rockies to win. But I'm also a logical thinker, and I'm not trying to be, as TJ would say, a crazy fanatic fan. That's what he thinks fans are. He thinks they're crazy fans who don't think with their mind. And I think with my mind, and I can genuinely say that the Brewers have, I think that they'll win this game.
Sure.
And I think that the Brewers will win this series as well. I don't think this is the Rockies' year.
All right, low in the strike zone, but they call that a strike. That was way low. Shashin getting the call there, and it is 1-1.
Is our Gamecast updating?
Our Gamecast? It is updating. It is updating. The feed you're watching is just behind. See, that's where it actually is.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, just letting you know there.
DJ LeMahieu out at first base. He thought he was going to get on base.
2 outs now.
This is the thing. Do you see the Brewers, how hyped up they are about that out? I mean, they're just stoked about it, and it's because they played that as a team. Travis Shaw moved, barehand caught that ball, and sent it over to first.
Yep.
Beating DJ LeMahieu. He's a pretty good runner.
2 outs now.
Patrick's watching. Yay!
Hey, what's up, Patrick?
Why aren't you here?
He's all the way up in Boulder.
He was only in Boulder for yesterday. He's in Denver, but he's in North Denver. It's far.
If you hear some of those pings, that's probably Adam Mancuda
sending
IMing all of us.
You messages. Sending us all messages.
I don't know who it is. I don't know.
Say
who it
Mike
is.
Moustakas.
Who was it? Oh no, that was Mr. Rosenberg.
Hola,
Mr. Rosenberg.
Zachary.
Yes, hola, Zachary.
Zachariah.
Can you see this comment? Chris, I can see that comment.
I can see your comment.
I can. That's weird. That one comment just didn't show up. That's strange.
Yeah, it is weird.
It's the only comment that
Did
didn't
you
show up.
delete it, Chris, maybe?
G says, I need to learn more Spanish. I need to watch more Telemundo. Garcia. His last name's Garcia.
That's a lot of people, though. Okay, here's the thing. I think people often think that just because you have Mexican
the count on
heritage,
Arenado, by the way.
You should speak Spanish, or you do speak Spanish, or because your last name's Garcia. And it's like, we're a whole big melting pot these days.
Arenado
gets on
a base hit.
Base hit.
That is an excellent start
Single
to the game
to
for
right
Nolan
field.
Arenado, especially after Arenado really struggled in the postseason. And I remember this. We were talking about this on the morning show today. Arenado said back in June when he was complaining about, I want to play for a contender and we need to make this a contender, and everybody was afraid he was going to leave. He said, I want to play in big games.
Right.
And guess what? You've played in a lot of big games lately, and it's been
But
crappy.
here's the thing: he hasn't been crappy. That narrative is just not true. He got the RBI in the tiebreaker game, and he got the important RBI in the game for in the wild card game. So he's still contributing offensively. He's just not hitting home runs, so people freak out. People don't like it unless you're hitting home runs, and that's just not the case.
First pitch on Gonzalez. That one is outside the zone, ball 1.
This coffee needs like a pound of sugar. It is
so bitter.
So bitter.
It means it doesn't have very much caffeine in it.
Really? Is that what it means?
Yeah. Light roasts are. Dark roasts have more flavor, less caffeine. All right, that one is inside, ball 2. So
what
Gonzalez,
up, Adam?
Cargo with a strong at bat so far. Just watch. Shashin is not a good postseason pitcher because he attacks the strike zone too much. You have to work the corners. You got to work the edges in the corners. You got to get stuff. You got to get people to swing at stuff.
I look like a working corner, if you ask me.
He got the call, but I don't know if that was in the corner.
It was definitely on the outside of the strike box, but strike zone.
Shashin likes attacking the zone too much. He's going to get rocked in this game. Just watch.
Okay, what should we bet, you guys? If you guys are watching, please. I already made a bet with TJ that if the Rockies score in the first inning, that he has to take a shot. We're day drinking, apparently.
We are. We are.
So give us another bet for if Shashin gets rocked. And by definition, rocked is what?
Rocked is
how many hits or how many runs against him.
You know what that means. You
how
know what
far?
rocked
We
is.
should establish because we can get out of this. If I can get out of complying with the bet.
Chris says, and I'm sure this is a suggestion or a Chris on YouTube, I should say, says, say Mike Moustakas is Harry Carey. I believe he's talking to you, Jenna.
No, he's not. He's talking to you.
Because
Harry Carey died before I was ever alive.
Do you know Harry Carey?
No, I don't. I even tried to look it up last night because I want to be cool and know the stuff you guys know.
All right, there's a walk there for Carlos Gonzalez. Very good at bat for him.
Here we go.
TJ's
going to think that he's getting rocked because he walked one
He's put 2 runners on in the first.
Look at Jesus Aguilar and Carlos Gonzalez. Jesus Aguilar just joking around with him. I mean, they are really good friends. They're both from Venezuela. They've played on Venezuelan teams, leagues together. I love that part of watching the game, seeing friends play against each other and just mess with each other.
Chris asked me how many followers I have now, and I think it's actually gone down from yesterday.
Probably because you're pissing people off.
I was tweeting about Thursday Night Football.
Yeah,
and
there you go. Did you say something about Kansas City?
I said one thing about Kansas City. But I didn't say it. I just retweeted it and said I agreed with it. That's all I said.
Okay.
I just said Black Adam Schefter came out with a tweet with a graphic that showed how crappy the Chiefs are always when they start this hot. And then I said, man, Black Adam Schefter keeping it more 100 than White Adam Schefter. And everybody got mad about that. Because you're so sensitive, people.
I thought none of your tweets were misogynistic, anti-race, racial or something.
They're not.
What else?
There are no racial tweets. I don't do racial tweets.
Talking about Black and White Adam Schefter.
Well, that's Black Adam Schefter. It's a parody account. All right, that one way in the dirt. Shashin cannot go outside the zone. He can't go outside the zone. He has. The pitch has to start in the zone and then leave the zone, and he just stays outside the zone because he can only pitch straight. That was his problem in Coors Field.
Coors Field is very difficult to pitch in. Nothing compared to Miller Park.
It's especially difficult if you have no movement on your pitches anyways.
Okay, you were obsessed with the other night talking about Wade Davis and how great he was a couple years ago, holding what he did a couple years ago.
He got that strike? Yeah, Story doesn't like that.
High and inside.
That was high and inside, and it was way inside. And Trevor Story's asking how close the strike zone needs to be to his hand.
G, we'll see you later. Sounds like G is hoping to come back later. Ari saying Gamecast, very fancy.
Yeah.
We're
okay.
fancy, huh?
So Liking the purple, Jenna.
Duh, Los Rockies.
Also, Kimberly asked, would you rather die in a house fire or a bear attack?
Wow, Kimberly.
That is
hard question.
That is a difficult choice. 2-2 now to count on Story.
I would say bear attack. I feel like I'd more likely die faster there.
I know, but see, I'd go fire. I think you inhale too much smoke. You inhale too much smoke, and then you just kind of pass out and then burn to death. Which is not fun.
You just like to disagree.
But I think that's better than being chomped on by a bear for hours.
My God.
And you're still alive. He's probably keeping you alive for some
TJ
reason.
likes
for snack
to disagree.
later. Oh, there is, and it goes
foul.
Story had some good contact on that, but he did not. He got around it just a little too much.
Game 2. Woo! Here we go.
Kimberly says, made my day. You're welcome, Kimberly. Zach says, obviously bear attack. No, that's not the right answer. Bear attack is wrong.
And I always agree on these casts, on these questions.
Bear attack is so wrong.
It's probably because we just disagree with you.
You and Zach are kindred spirits in disagreeing with me.
Or kindred spirits in some random way. I don't understand it, really. Runners on first and second. Trevor Story in the batter's box. Here comes the pitch. Oh, low. Right on the corner of the strike zone.
That was inside. The low and outside gets called way more often than the low
I'm
inside.
sure. But your claim was that he doesn't know how to hit.
Yeah,
he doesn't know how to pitch
drop the speed
and work the corners, and he just did. So
that pitch was 81 miles an hour. Of course he wasn't going to swing at it. He knew where it was going. The 81 miles an hour is like infinity amount of time for a batter to tell where a ball is going.
Oh, he got him swinging on that.
Got him swinging on the low and outside. That low and outside pitch, man. They've been calling the low and outside a strike.
But that was way low and way outside.
It was. But the Rockies have been swinging at that pitch.
Gotta do better than that.
Regardless
Trevor
of pitcher.
freaking Story.
They swing on that pitch more often.
Look at Shashin. Yeah.
All right. End of the top of the first inning. Let's go through some comments. You got any Facebook comments? Let's check out. Here, read some Facebook comments on here.
Hey, guys. Hey, John. Just want to say hi. I have to go back to work now. John, look it. Put us in your pocket. Just turn us on loud. Put us in your pocket. Then you can listen to us and enjoy work all at the same time. Not too bad, huh?
All right. Let's take a look at what's going on around the bar. Yes, very good.
Is that a
everybody
Vinny
seems
Castilla
so excited
jersey?
right now around the bar.
Adam, this is not a Vinny Castilla jersey. This is the jersey they gave out during Los Rockies. Oh, you can't see me on the screen right now. But this is Dia de los Rockies. It's a day for Latino baseball, Latino fans, and all of that. And so I went to that game that day. Vinny Castilla, though, good friend of mine, wants to do a show with Phantom. Wants to do a base MLB show, me and him, en español.
Muy bien.
He would probably, he's obviously very bilingual as well, so.
Half price, by the way, on all apps today at Oskar Blues in Colorado Springs. $5 half rack of ribs. That is an insane deal. $5 for the half. Have you had the half rack here?
I haven't, but I'm about to.
Their ribs are very good here.
Although I saw that hamburger you got yesterday, and I dreamt about it.
It had the pulled pork on the top.
I was dreaming about eating
it was
that.
really good. That buffalo sauce over the top. Patrick's right, man. That buffalo sauce with the pickles. You got to leave the pickles on. I'm not usually a fan of pickles
and tomatoes.
No, not the tomatoes. Onions and pickles are fine on barbecue. Tomato, if you put tomato on your barbecue, you can burn in hell. I would just say it right now. You could burn.
And no wonder a few people unfollowed you.
Are you
because they can burn in hell if they disagree with you.
That's right.
Goodness.
That's right. That's the immortal sin. Is you disagreeing with me. That's like the worst thing.
I thought you were going to say tomatoes on your hamburger.
No. Disagreeing
far
with me.
worse.
Tomatoes.
Disagree with him.
I can. If you have tomatoes on something, it's whatever. Your taste buds are fucked up, but that's not my fault.
Your taste buds change every 7 years, so your taste buds could eventually like tomatoes. I didn't like mustard the large majority of my childhood.
Well,
I love it now.
My taste buds have always loved vodka, so I don't know if that's really ever.
You're drinking tequila.
Changed. Well, tequila's good too. I like that as well.
My taste buds have always loved vodka. All right.
They still like vodka.
They still do?
$3. I love tequila too, though. Always have. I've had some bad experiences with tequila and still like it, which is not
Never
common.
had a bad experience with tequila.
Usually, well, then you're not drinking it right.
Oh, no. I'm drinking plenty of it. Los
Okay.
Rockies.
All right, John says, hey, guys, just want to say hi. I have to go back to work
that.
now. Hey, John, what's up, bud?
I think when I read comments, you don't listen.
What?
Is that your time to, like, zone out? Like, let me just have a mental break. What? Jenna's talking.
$3.50 Oskar Blues beer, by the way. Just a heads up.
Everyone just saw you just straight up ignore me.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Because you're ignoring me.
I'm not ignoring you. I don't ignore
Bottom of the first, Tyler Anderson.
I'm a good listener.
On the mound. Not a good listener.
Just watch. Anderson's going to have the game of his life today.
And if he does, I will drink. If Tyler Anderson has the game of his life and Shashin implodes,
all right,
I drink. But if the Rockies didn't score.
All right, so how about this?
Inning.
Every time Anderson gives up a run, I will drink. Every time that Shashin gives up a run, you drink.
Oh,
so we're talking shots.
I wanted to work out after this.
We're talking shots. Shots.
Shots.
Hopefully this is a low-scoring game.
Yeah, we're going to die. I got this huge bruise on my leg, and it's from my dog was, like, pulling on a toy, trying to play tug, and knocked her head into my leg. And it, like, hit my shin bone, but just on the side where it connects to the meaty part of the back of your leg. And, gosh,
Christian Yelich up now to the plate, and Anderson puts it high and inside, ball one. So who is it that looks like – which pitcher is it that looks like Patrick?
Scott Oberg.
Oberg. That's right, Oberg. Patrick and Oberg look a lot alike.
They do look similar.
Yelich fouls one off, 1-1 the count. Yelich did have a good game one. He was 2 for 3 in
Don't you think he looks like he's lost like some weight, or maybe he's doing
Yelich?
drugs or something? Like
no,
his
Yelich
like,
is
chin
just,
his jawline is protruding. I mean,
he's a child.
He's not a child, or he's dipping and he has a huge dip right in there.
Oh, that's sure.
Or both.
Or he just has a really strong jaw.
But he looked like maybe a little meatier.
Well,
earlier
the cuts,
in the season?
the kind of some of the cuts you see in his face are similar to the kind of cuts you see in my face. So you can't see my face right now because I have a beard. But
you don't see any cut. We see no cuts in your face.
Delivery on Anderson. Yelich pops it up.
Oh, it's going to be an easy grab for Cargo.
A very nice, very easy pop fly out there. 2 outs now. And Anderson only 6 pitches. If he can get through this next batter in 4 pitches, you're feeling really good. You are feeling really, really good about this game. Because you know why? Anderson knows how to work the zone. He doesn't have stuff. I'm not going to accuse him of being like an overpowering pitcher. He's not an overpowering pitcher, but he knows how to attack the zone. Chris Young is one of those pitchers. Now, Chris Young was really tall, but Chris Young, Princeton grad, and maxed out at 89 miles an hour. His fastball was 89, and he mowed people down. Mowed people down until he was 40. I think Chris Young is he on a roster? Could somebody let us know if you know of the whereabouts of Chris Young? JoJo says, yeah, TJ's ignoring Jenna. I'm not ignoring Jenna.
Yeah, he does. It's fine. I'm used to it.
Chris also asking, how about those Astros?
How about those Astros?
Hey. Don't be an Astro.
God. I'm pretty sure you used that joke already.
Not on this broadcast.
I wanted to name my son Bear. Remember? Zach Rosenberg wanted to name his son Bear.
Ethan, right? It's Ethan. Name his son Ethan. Anderson.
Wait, the new son or the old son?
Way high in Anderson. The new one, the one that was just born.
What I was going to say to you when you were on your little rant and then you went on to somebody else,
Chris Young?
Rant about Chris Young. Prior to that, you said Tyler Anderson knows how to work the strike zone. Tyler Anderson has the potential to be a great pitcher. His mechanics are off. It's mechanics that cause him to struggle. His mental game and his knowledge of how to work the strike zone is there.
Strike
but
on
can
Braun,
he
2-2 to
do
count.
it?
Yeah,
Is the question.
Yeah, I think he can. He's
Not-
young. He's very young.
He's 28.
That's young.
Sensatella is 22. Marquez is 23. Freeland's 23.
Yeah.
So he's not very young. He's
Anderson
the
is
oldest
young.
pitcher on the starting lineup staff. Starting
But
pitchers.
They have the youngest starting rotation in the league. Braun fouls off another pitch. Remains 2-2.
You just wouldn't describe Anderson as young if you're talking about the Colorado Rockies pitching.
Mike Moustakas on deck. Moose has been he's been kind of brutal to the Rockies.
Frickin' Braun. Look at those eyeballs. They're scary. They're popping out at me.
He looks very strange. Looks very strange.
How much ass does he get despite his bulging eyeballs?
Oh,
Enough?
swing and a miss. That one was way high. And that ends the first inning.
All right.
Scoreless through 1. Let's update some things here. Go through some comments.
We're on the bottom. We'll be at the top of the second next. I love barbacoa tacos. My taste buds love Texas barbecue, the different food, and the Mexican. I missed your comment.
What?
The end of his comment.
No, keep reading it.
I can't. I'm reading it from your screen, from the screen. Got to go back into it. We'll get back there in a second.
You ever feel like they just got lazy putting suffixes on numbers after 3? Because they go first,
Fourth.
but it's
Fifth.
ST, and then second is ND, and then third is RD, and then it's just TH for everything after that.
Just sounds right.
Just seems like they got late. They were just like, hey.
I don't
just go
question
TH
anything
for
in the English language because I barely understand it. So I just try to.
Chris also says, my taste buds love Texas barbecue, the different food, and the Mexican breakfast tacos.
That's the comment I was trying to read earlier.
That's a good comment. Thanks, Chris. Maybe Jena will not
Texas
ignore
barbecue.
you next time. If you're at work, don't be. Come to Oskar Blues.
Seriously. Oh, actually, MLB put out a, at least MLB in Spanish, put out a little notice saying that it was basically an excuse. Like, I'm so sorry, but from now on, today I won't be able to attend work because there are 4 MLB games on.
Yeah.
It was pretty hilarious. It's in Spanish, so I'm not translating it great, but it was funny.
Look at how awesome this bar is.
It's pretty cool.
It's really, really nice.
You really aren't getting the best part of it, which is their basement.
Oh, the pool tables
basement
down there are fantastic.
They have a pool table, they have shuffleboard, they have, what's the one with the little...
That area over there, by the way, that you're looking at right now, it wraps around, and they have a stage for live music over there.
Which they had last night after the game.
Right after the game.
Awesome.
As you can see there, nice clean view of the television.
Great view.
Uh-oh. That's the game on there. It's getting a little scary. To turn it back.
Kershaw pitching tonight. Game 2 against Anibal Sanchez. Parra leading off for the Rockies.
Shashin at 89 in there on Parra.
Parra and Shashin have played together as well, so he should be good at bat.
Just leave it on your shoulder here. Second pitch, he's been going outside the zone. That's right. Good. No swing there on Parra. See, you got to notice these tendencies, Jena.
I was talking to you about tendencies yesterday, and you were like, you don't know anything.
Yes, you got to learn.
I know the
Try and explain
tendencies
the
of
game
the
to you.
Rockies. I've watched the Rockies for years. I have studied them for years. I know their tendencies. Hey.
All right up the middle. That's
Gonna
going
be
to
an
be
easy
an easy out to the second baseman. First out of the inning.
Gosh, if we start saying the same things and finishing each other's sentences, I'm going to need a new broadcasting partner.
Hey, Patrick's pretty good.
Patrick's not bad.
Connor's pretty good. You and Connor
No.
seem to have a chemistry.
I absolutely don't like being on air with Connor.
No?
No.
Why? Why don't you like being on air with Connor?
I don't know exactly what it is, and I don't know if I should say it on air.
He's a professional play-by-play guy.
Yeah, for soccer.
Yeah, and he's really good. Swing and
At
a miss
soccer.
there on Desmond. And this is going to start the Desmond sucks thing again, and I know everybody's just going to... JJ's saying just go solo.
Just go solo. You know, JJ, I don't like talking to myself.
I do. I love talking to myself.
What are you laughing for?
That one's in the dirt, 1-1.
What are you laughing at me for?
I'm not laughing at you.
What are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing.
About?
The fact that I like to go solo.
Oh, gosh. He didn't say TJ go solo. He said Jena go solo.
Right.
Oh, you're saying you don't like to broadcast with me.
So they want you to do a solo video.
Yeah, they don't want you in the video. Hey, look at that number 7 Broncos jersey
What is that
behind
supposed
home
to
plate.
mean? Another one low and a no swing. Very good
2-1
on
count.
Desmond. Matt says, we know you do, TJ.
We know. TJ's so much better with me on the broadcast.
I don't know if that's true.
I do.
That one's in there.
You have more viewers when I'm on.
79 low and in the zone. Strike 2.
Because we have witty banter. Well, and we're both very disagreeable. I know you're like 99%, and I'm probably like, I'd guess 80s. In the 80s.
Take the test. That one in the middle, and
Easy
an
grab
easy
for
out
Yelich.
for the right fielder.
2 outs. Coming up in the batting order should be... We're on the backside of the batting order. Iannetta? It is. Chris Iannetta at the plate. Good guy. Oh my gosh, you should try Chris's wine. He owns a winery in Napa. It's called Jack Winery. It's very good. Very good wine. Very cool winery. Super chill vibes. Really fun. Gosh, that's not true, Chris. Come on, man. That's just not true.
What did Chris say?
He said we were like a married couple. That's how we argue. I don't know how his wife deals with him. You guys haven't even made it to 5 years yet, though, right?
No. You mean 5 years together or 5 years married?
Married.
No, we're
Right.
in year 2.
Because I hear the 5-year mark is when it all goes to the shitter. So hopefully it doesn't for
Thanks.
you. I don't want that for
Gives
you
me
because, but
great
maybe I
outlook on
want
the
that for
future.
Melanie. Like,
All
Melanie,
right.
get out while you can.
Clean inning there for Shashin, so no one's drinking booze yet.
No one. And I'm not even drinking this nasty coffee.
Matthew is saying prediction, Brewers win 12-3. If that's the case,
Holy crap.
I'm going to be shit-faced by the end of this
Yeah,
broadcast.
because he has to drink every time the Rockies let up a
No,
run.
every time Anderson gives up a run.
Oh, so we're just doing starting pitchers.
Yeah, we'll make a
All
different
right.
bet when we get different pitchers in.
Fair. No one's mad at you for it. Chill. Take a chill pill.
I am
Drink
chill.
some more of that.
Very chill. I need another.
I need sugar
Another.
for my.
Can I get another?
What do I look like, a waitress? To
No,
you
you don't look like a waitress.
Do
Somebody needs to
I
stay
look busy,
here.
don't I?
Somebody needs.
They want me
stay
to go
here.
solo, so.
They do want you to go
I
solo.
always gotta do everything.
They want you to do a solo.
I
video.
pretty much do everything.
Except set up the equipment and.
I tear down the equipment and I do most of the setup most of the time.
You got to mute your microphone before you start rattling it around. All right, let's see here. Math says, I am stuck in math class right now. You guys are saving my life. You're welcome, Matthew. We're doing our best. You guys want another shot of the bar? Let's take a look around the beautiful Oskar Blues bar here in Colorado Springs. By the way, if you haven't been to Colorado Springs, you really need to come. It's a really nice city. I'm a big fan of places that have kind of a really strong uniqueness to them. And Colorado, I don't think there's another place on earth that's like Colorado Springs. It's beautiful because you're right next to the mountains, right next to them. And so yeah, we're going to switch camera right here. Yeah, that was definitely not a solo video. You know.
Good times. Colorado Springs. Not what I expected.
Matthew's saying I'll be in the bar in 30.
Hey,
That's
come
awesome.
by.
Fantastic, Matthew.
You can be on with me instead of this guy. How about that? That will be fun.
Let's see here.
I'm putting so much sugar in this coffee right now. I like lighter brew coffee, and I knew that it had more caffeine, but I didn't know that's why it had such a bitter taste.
Oh, by the way, guys, when you get here, half price on all apps, also $5 half rack ribs, and $3.50 on all Oskar Blues, which means that if you are looking for Dale's Pale Ale, that is the number one. Number one. Go ahead. You say it. You say it. You always get on me.
It's upsetting to me. It's upsetting to me that we say that we know what we're both going to say.
Just go. Just say
number
it.
one brew beer sold in Coors Field. Not Coors Light.
Nope.
Not
or
Coors Banquet.
The banquet beer.
But Dale's Pale Ale.
I wonder if there are any stadiums in America where Miller High Life is the number one
Miller
selling
Park.
beer. No way.
You don't think so?
Those people have standards. Those people
in
have
Milwaukee?
Yes. Oh, yes.
From what I heard
People in
from
Milwaukee have standards.
Milwaukeeans thus
Strikeout,
far.
3 pitches, 1, 2, 3, third strikeout now for Tyler Anderson, who is dealing today. 15 pitches.
Okay.
He is 15 pitches in, and he has 3 strikeouts. How is that not dealing?
Did he just
That's
get the
really
third?
good. Yeah, he just got his 3rd strikeout. That's what we should have done. Every strikeout that Anderson gets, you have to drink.
No. They're saying Tyler Anderson was named after another MLB player. Tyler Houston.
92 outside, ball 1 on Moustakas.
I know a few people who name their kids after famous. I name all my dogs after sports names. I had Rondo, another dog. I had Tessie, Boston.
You named your dog after Rajon Rondo?
Rajon Rondo, and yes. I met Rajon Rondo in San Francisco at the W Hotel.
Where did
Cool guy.
Rajon Rondo play college ball?
Gosh.
This is a very easy trivia question.
He didn't.
He did.
That would have been an easy trivia question if he didn't.
But he did.
Where did LeBron James play college? Did he play at Colorado?
No, he
Is
did
that
not.
why you think I should know?
He did not play Colorado.
San Diego State.
Moustakas pops out to center field. Charlie Blackmon with the easy grab. Second out of the inning, and Anderson is about to get once again. I think if he can get a nice ground out, or if he can get this without, he goes strikeout 1, 2, 3 on 21 pitches. He gets his 4th strikeout. If he gets his 4th strikeout on this batter, you need to drink.
But
Yes,
that was not the original bet. So hell no.
I'm just saying it should be every strikeout.
No.
Every strikeout.
No, that's not the original bet. For every run they let up.
Okay.
Hernan Perez is a great batter. Fantastic batter. So I doubt he'll strike him out. But if he does, I would be impressed.
Yes.
Wow, they call that. Just barely on the strike zone. Down the middle, but barely.
You know, that's always bothered me about Salvador Perez in Kansas City is that people say his name's Salvador Perez, including him. And he says it the wrong way to not upset all of the white people in Kansas City.
I know.
Chris got it right. Kentucky. Very good, Chris.
Kentucky. I should have known that. I don't know why I didn't know that off the top of my head. Oh. Flies out to right field. Cargo with an easy grab.
Matthew says Miller Lite is the number 1 beer in Miller. And so that's impressive. Anderson is through 2 innings on 20 pitches.
He's got a really strong mental game.
He does.
He really does. And when his mechanics are on, he's a fantastic pitcher. He's struggled with those mechanics, and I would expect if he lets up, like, let's say he lets up a run, he lets off a homer or something, I don't think that he'll contain his composure. I think at that point is when you'll see a decline in his mental game.
Matthew says that, haha, I wish. I'll be in a bar in Wisconsin. I do have a buddy that lives in Colorado Springs, though. I'll have to come visit sometime. That's
Totally.
awesome. And another place that really knows their alcohol is Wisconsin. I don't know what city you live in, Matthew, but if it's Madison, I'm guessing that you know. I'm guessing you've had many a brandy old fashions.
See, Miller Lite, #1 beer in Miller Park. Dilly dilly.
Miller Lite, not Miller High Life. Those are two very different beers. One is
Miller High Life.
One Miller Lite is drank by everyone in America. Miller High Life is drunk by dirty, dirty pagans. That's who drinks Miller High Life.
Again, there is no wonder you have lost Twitter followers. On the
From last night,
sports talk group.
This week I'm up. I'm actually up.
You're in the positive. Good.
I'm in the black.
From Facebook Sports Talk Group, Avery Cooper says, "This is brilliant." Thanks, Avery.
Yeah,
thanks for watching.
Thank you very much.
Checking it out. Trying to see a little bit more.
So we go to the top of the third here now, guys. Top of the third. And Anderson is dealing, much to the chagrin of Jena Garcia, who is a turncoat Brewers fan.
Oh, no. Oskar Blues commented on our video saying we are using the wrong logo.
Oh, we are using, it says Denver.
Yes.
It says Denver. That's the right logo.
That's the right logo.
Damn it.
We're in the
All
Denver.
right, well, we'll fix that.
We'll try to fix. Yeah, we're working on it.
I can fix that right now.
October, Connor Cody commenting, "What's up, Die Hard?"
Where's that comment at?
It's on our Phantom.
It's on the Phantom page. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll have to go grab it. Let's see here.
Was this on yesterday or today's?
If you could talk.
That was
while
on
I
yesterday's
do this,
broadcast.
If you could talk while I do this, that would
I
be great.
will talk about the game as we do this. So
it was on yesterday's broadcast.
Yes. That was where the comment was on.
I got you.
Sorry.
I got you.
Does that matter?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. We're in the bottom of the third now, or no? We're at the top of the fourth.
Top of the third.
Top of the third.
Top of the third.
Top of the third. Anderson is having a good game so far. As I said, if he can continue, if he doesn't let up any runs, he will continue his composure. He's actually at the plate right now against Shashin. We're going to go top of the order after this. So following will be Blackman and then DJ LeMahieu. Tyler Anderson fouls off third baseline. Shashin is at 36 total pitches, actually. So that is definitely higher than what Anderson's at. But it's about whether you let people on base or not. That's the worry.
I don't see the image that they sent.
I don't think they sent the image. I just clicked on the image. Then yeah. So.
Pull that up. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Wasn't clear.
That's good.
Anderson, after every inning, goes into the dugout and takes notes. And he has a little iPad and he rewatches his film directly after, which is pretty awesome. Obviously dedicated to the game and to his trade personally. The count's full at this point. 3-2. Here comes the pitch. Tyler Anderson fouls it off down the third baseline. At least he's swinging, though. I hate watching a full count and then the pitcher doesn't. I mean, especially when it's a pitcher, like, just go for it. Why not? No one expects you to do anything anyways at the plate. So if you get a hit, great. If you strike out, that's fine. We expected that of you. So it's like, I don't understand why pitchers don't always swing. 41 pitches for Shashin at this point. Tyler Anderson's making him work for it.
All right, there
foul
you go.
balls.
There we go. Now we have the right logo.
Maybe we need to crop it?
What? Oh, I don't have time to do that. I'm just going to put the right logo up.
Okay. Outside, ball 4 for Tyler Anderson. He's getting the walk. Not bad. Making him work for it.
Anderson's on fire. I don't know why you can't just acknowledge that he's playing well.
Anderson, when standing on first base, is the same size as freaking Jesus Aguilar in height, and probably like a third of his width.
Yes.
The man is huge.
Aguilar is he's a little portly. He's a little portly.
I remember the first time I saw him come out of the dugout, and I was standing right next to the visitors' dugout, and my exact words were, "I have never seen a man that big, ever."
Matt says, just below Milwaukee, Racine, Wisconsin. My bar just won the best bloody in Wisconsin, but we do have fantastic old fashions. Do you guys do the brandy old fashions, or you guys just do the standard old fashioned? Because there's a different kind of fucked up that you get on a brandy old.
I've never had an old fashioned.
This is, you will not remember your trip to Madison, Wisconsin.
He's in Racine.
I know he's in Racine. I'm just saying, brandy old fashions are like the official drink of that city. And I've been to several Badgers games up there, so it's a really cool place.
You should send us the name of your bar.
If Anderson gets some run support, he'll be fine.
Charlie Blackman pops it up to right field.
All right, 1 out and 1 on.
Freaking Christian Yelich.
See, look at the difference. Shashin is 44 pitches in.
I know, and I said that a second ago when you were working on that picture. I said, he has a higher pitch count, but so did the Brewers pitching yesterday, and they still won.
Yeah. Who do you have in the UFC fight tomorrow, Khabib or Conor? I have McGregor, just based off the fact that his shit talk yesterday was so good. So good. Tommy Boy says he lives in Madison. Very cool. Very cool, Tommy Boy.
Yeah, let us know where you guys are watching from. We love to know where we have people watching.
Yeah, where are you guys watching us from?
Cover your games, what you want to see. I love that do you see this John Elway jersey right behind home plate?
Jen Kinney says hello. I do see that. Yeah, number 7. And he's sitting next to a woman who is very well endowed.
Those are fake.
I guess endowed's not the right word, but she's high caliber woman right there.
In my crew of friends, we say she looks very smart.
Oh, there is a strong line drive hit out to left field.
Between second and third.
LeMahieu advances on the single, and Anderson advances on the single to second, and a very, very good at bat by LeMahieu.
Ooh, my sour beer. Do you want to try it?
What is
it? It's a cucumber stem cider mixed with a.
Oh, you got the cider, huh?
Raspberry provincial sour beer.
Wow, that is sour. That's really good, though.
It's good.
It's
different. Very different. They'll mix beers for you here, too.
Nolan Arenado had a single in the first inning.
We could see him heating up. Woo!
Yeah, just couldn't quite get around that pitch.
I like it when you swing at the first pitch. I like players that swing at the first pitch.
I like players who swing at the first pitch when it's in the zone. I don't like players who swing at the first pitch when it's not.
I think when it's clearly not, fair. But
that's why Tony Gwynn was my favorite player of all time. I never got to tell you.
You never told us. I almost said Tony Gwynn. It was between Nolan Ryan and Tony Gwynn. I literally couldn't decide.
Tony Gwynn is
what happened?
I don't know. I don't know if there's anyone who had a better reputation as an athlete than Tony Gwynn. Hall of Famer, clearly the best hitter of his generation, and one of the nicest people off the field that you would ever meet. There's not a single bad story out there about Tony Gwynn. Not a single one.
It's awesome.
Well, like a lot of athletes are dicks.
Yeah.
You know? Like Mike Moustakas.
What do you know about him? Oh, because you got into it.
I got into it with him.
So just because people are dicks to you doesn't make them in general
he
a
was
dick.
Very unnecessarily and inappropriately dickish to me.
So is
Tony Gwynn,
all of Kansas City.
Tony Gwynn is, but I was in Kansas City. Actually, we were at spring training, but down in Surprise, Arizona. But no, Tony Gwynn, not a single person ever would say anything bad about Tony Gwynn.
Yeah.
And
my family went to Tony Gwynn's Hall of Fame induction. We've had Padres tickets, season tickets my whole life.
The only thing that I think some people get mad at him at was not understanding that chewing tobacco can kill you, because that's what killed him. So I think other than that, other than his loved ones being upset, and I'm sure they're more upset at the tobacco industry, but swing and a miss there by Arenado.
Ooh, he is angry about that.
He should be, because he shouldn't have swung at that. That was a mistake on his part. That was a mistake to swing at that.
It's tough.
Look, it's okay. He got a hit. He got a hit in the first inning, but that first inning hit got him on base. This third inning hit would have scored a run.
Right.
And he was chasing it, man. He was
outside,
chasing.
Definitely outside. Low.
Oh.
Let's hope he doesn't take it out on another, what is it, a can of bubble gum? Did you see that? He beat up the bubble gum?
No, I didn't see it. Yeah. Joanne says, just happened onto this. Maybe this will be a W, a day watching and listening to you. Yes, absolutely.
Joanne, thanks for finding us.
Who are you rooting for, Joanne? Alejandro says Akko. Chris Bennett says Austin.
Oh, where they're watching from, Cancun.
Yep. Cheryl's watching
Kentucky.
From Cancun, Mexico.
Chris, you're in Kentucky? Oh, no, that was answering.
Yeah, he was answering.
To the Ray John Rondo comment.
I'm pretty sure Chris is down in Texas.
That's why I was surprised to hear that he... Oh, look at that.
JoJo's in Denver. What's up, JoJo? We're going to be at Henry's Tavern on Sunday. So come on by. I know it's an early start, early game, but come on by, man. Come on by, say hello. Get a free app. Let's see. Zach says, you think there were 2 Cy Young Award winners out there. Well, I think that Anderson looks good. Shashin doesn't. He has struggled in every inning.
Does it matter?
It does, yes.
Not really. Not until there's a score on the board.
He's at 51 pitches.
He's at 51 pitches. That's rough. He is coming off of far less days of rest than Tyler Anderson. Shashin played in that tiebreaker game in Chicago. He started that game for them. He had a phenomenal game against the Cubs. So if you're really counting that tiebreaker game, what was that, 4 days ago? So he's got 4 days of rest, where Tyler Anderson has, since his last start against Washington, which was an entire week ago, 7 days, maybe 8.
Let's see. Matthew says, Pepe's Pub and Grill in Racine, Wisconsin. You can get a brandy or whiskey. Our owners love his brandy. Our owner loves his brandy. Yeah, for sure. Also, let's see. JoJo thinks Conor McGregor is going to beat Khabib. Yeah. Khabib something. I can't. Did you hear Conor McGregor? Basically, he accused with details Khabib's manager. Swing and a miss. Cargo goes 2-2.
It's a good homie Cargo out.
No, he basically accused Khabib's manager of being a terrorist.
Oh, wow.
Not basically. He did. No, I shouldn't say basically. He absolutely 100%.
I just don't think Conor McGregor should be allowed to fight anymore after what he did. You heard, I know you know, like, what he did. Going into somebody else's truck and beating, or whatever, RV and beating the shit out of them.
He didn't go in there.
He did. He broke into it.
I saw the
and
video.
Beat the shit out of them.
He didn't beat the shit out of anybody. He threw a trash can at their van.
No.
I saw the video.
Where he fled from the cops and all of that?
Yeah, he injured them because the glass shattered and it cut the dude's eye.
That's they reported that he went inside the bus too.
He did not go in there. He did not go inside the bus. That is an inaccurate.
I'm pretty sure the throwing the trash can was just the end of it all.
No. That was the whole incident. He attacked a bus.
Then why would you flee the country? Why would you hide from just doing that?
McGregor's back. He's back.
Right. Shouldn't be allowed to be back.
2-2 the count on Gonzalez. Walked in his first plate appearance.
I think, like, I have a big problem with the fact that we allow...
Low it in the dirt. And that one got away.
We allow, as the United States, we allow our athletes to just do whatever the hell they want and be totally above reproach and above the law when it comes to, illegal things. But God forbid one illegal alien does anything. God forbid, then the whole world blows up.
What? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, if you're an athlete, you can beat the shit out of whoever you want. You can fight. You can all that kind of stuff. You can break the law, do whatever you want. But if you are, because you provide
Fargo
value
gets
to a team.
bat on that one, but it is a grounder to first base. End of the top of the third. We now go to the bottom of the third inning. Rockies have 2 hits. They put a person on base at least, either via walk or hit in every inning so far.
They got to score. It doesn't matter if they're on base.
Shashin has put a lot of runners on.
Got to actually score.
Matthew says, I get you, Jena. JJ says, truth, Jena.
I just don't think that that's fair. Like, if we're going to allow our athletes to break the law and stuff like that, like, I just think we should be treating athletes like they're regular people. Exactly like all the other regular people.
It's a really big problem.
It's a huge problem.
That athletes get away with as much stuff as they do. It is a big issue with entitlement in general. Starts at the high school level.
Yeah.
That's really that's where most of that entitlement comes
I think
from
it's
for athletes.
and I never experienced that, but my high school was very, very strict. But I know a lot of people who will say like, "Oh, well, I was the quarterback, so all the teachers just let me do whatever I want." And I'm a teacher, and I would never let a student do whatever the heck they want just because they're good at slinging a football.
Eric says, "Wow, 50 in the top of the third. Yeah. He won't get past 5 or 6, maybe."
He will.
He'll get past 5.
He's a veteran.
He's
a veteran pitcher. He can handle it. He's going off of far less rest than Tyler Anderson
All right,
is.
so let's say if he doesn't make it to the 6th inning. So if it doesn't say the 6th inning on the screen,
Eric gets to choose what happens.
Eric gets to choose. She has to drink.
Eric, you make the choice. Can I drink water?
No, you have to chug a tequila.
With the postseason baseball, I'm just going to be hammered every day, and I don't want to be like
Lindell White.
I would like to get to the gym after this and not be falling over.
Matthew says bullpen is the Brewers' strength.
Sure.
Can't really disagree with that. All right, let's see.
Chris Bennett asks, Am I a sharer phantom? You are. I'm not really sure why it doesn't mark you as a sharer, Chris.
All right, taking a look at the bar here. Very nice. We had a couple in front of us just a moment ago making out.
Yeah.
They're not there anymore, though.
I know. You were really giving the people what they wanted a second ago.
I am pro PDA. I am okay with PDA.
Me too.
I like kissing my wife, and I don't really care when it happens or if it's in public or not. I don't even really think about it. And I'm not saying you have to I'm not saying make out in public.
Yeah, there's a line.
Who cares? Who cares if somebody else is having a good time around you? It's not like you have to look at it.
Yeah.
Why don't you just let people be?
Oh, I have no problem with PDA. I actually think... A lot of people
do, though. A lot of people have a big problem with PDA.
Yes, that's true. And, a lot of people think, if there are children around, you shouldn't be doing PDA.
JJ said, the kissing couple left.
Yes, I know.
He did.
A lot of people think that if there's kids around, you shouldn't be committing PDA, and I honestly think,
Why?
Kids should, especially if they're, show your kids that you and your husband are into each other still. Explain that to, by demonstrating that to them, that's going to give, I remember being a kid and being like, dang, my parents like each other. That's positive. All my friends' parents are divorced.
Swing and a miss there.
Could be worse.
Shaw 0 for 3 in the last game. They're just, whiffed on an 85-mile-an-hour pitch right down the middle.
Hey, Shashin doesn't look too upset about his 51 pitches.
He may not look upset, but
he looks like he thinks he's doing a great job.
He's not going to last longer. He's not going to make it to the 6th. If he gets pulled before the 6th inning, you've got to drink a shot of tequila.
Eric gets to choose what I drink or don't drink. Right, it doesn't have to be drinking.
Eric is
I'll do some push-ups or something. Eric, you decide. You decide, mi amigo.
What does TTFN mean?
Ta-ta for now.
Ta-ta for now. No, she's leaving. Joanne's leaving.
Oh, sorry, Joanne.
Hey, come
See
back.
you later.
Come
on, that's Tigger. TTFN. Ta-ta for now. From Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. I never really watched Winnie the Pooh. I think I was in an age gap there. Shaw gets that one into shallow right center, and he's going to get a single there.
Man, I mean, we haven't seen Coors Field in the postseason in a long time, but I hope it looks like Miller Park looks right now. There is not an empty seat in the whole freaking house.
And there's nothing wrong. Oh, of course, though. They do well attendance-wise. That's not going to be the problem. Or really, I don't think there's going to be a problem. The Rockies have one of the best venues in all of
Yeah, they do. But will they actually be paying attention to the game and not hammered up in the upper deck?
Oh, well, they will be hammered. Yeah, they will be hammered. If there was any expectation that they would not be hammered, I mean, clearly, it's Colorado.
Miller Park, Milwaukee.
What about Milwaukee?
I've talked to the PR guy for Milwaukee. His name's Chris, and he has said it is very boring. There is nothing to do there.
People drink for the wrong reasons in Milwaukee.
Let
me just put it that way.
They're bored.
Weekend game, Coors is going to be a madhouse. Yes.
Are you going, JoJo? Hey,
that
Charlie,
one in the shallow
come on.
center. Well, Blackman was playing that back. He didn't want to. He was playing that right. That's
you see it? Hey, the Brewers always do that after they
honestly, that the reason why that was a base hit is because he didn't quite get enough ball or bat on ball. He didn't really get good contact on that. See now they're pulling people in, and they're leaving the middle wide open. There's a gap right up the middle
between the infield and the outfield.
Right at second base, right where the runner is, there's an enormous gap.
Yeah.
He's going to try to bunt. He's showing bunt.
Shashin.
Careful on the balk, Anderson. They don't call balks that often in the playoffs, even when it occurs. But I think the worst thing a pitcher could ever feel is having two runners on and then balking the bases loaded.
I'm telling you, I told you this a second ago. Wow, that almost hit him.
He's showing bunt. That's why it almost hit him.
When I said Tyler Anderson would start to implode as soon as he got a few runners on and he starts to lose his mental game. His mental game is strong. It's his mechanics that need work.
0-1 on Shashin, and he's showing bunt. There it is. He's showing bunt. And he popped that one up.
Oh, and it drops. Frickin' Iannetta.
Iannetta almost had it. 0-2 now on Shashin, and they got to strike. You can strike him out because he's not a strong bunter. The hope, though, here is that he doesn't put the ball down, and so far he hasn't put the ball down.
Good hustle, Iannetta. Good hustle. He laid out for it.
JJ's saying he couldn't get tickets.
Really?
Plus, Sunday's weather is going to be very strange. It's supposed to snow on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's supposed to snow on Monday.
Ooh, that's really cute. Do you guys like this video if you think this is a cute top? Despite who you go for.
Just swing straight up, and they're going to get the runner at third. He cannot advance. Great play there by Arenado. Heads-up play, too, to understand what the situation was and know exactly that if you have a chance to get to the runner going to third, you do it. Heads-up play there. They gain an out and advance no one. That's and they take a good base runner off the pads.
Yeah. And you notice what happens here?
Now,
Shaw doesn't hug Arenado.
Wow, you guys are so hung up on
He's not hugging him.
Oh my gosh. Why are you so hung up?
Because that is a total cheater move. That's like when you won the game. In basketball when the girl would grab you right underneath your low boob and just pinch it just tiny bit.
I don't know what.
It's never happened to you? No one's ever pinched your low boob?
No one has
your
ever
underboob?
Pinched my underboob. All right.
Cargo with a good grab.
Cargo prevents Kratz from advancing to third.
Lorenzo Cain popping it out.
Not pleased with that at bat. It was not a good one for him. Anderson's almost through 3 innings with 29 pitches. How do you not acknowledge
29 pitches is what you saw?
29.
Yeah, 29 pitches.
That's very efficient.
I'm not acknowledging that he's playing well. I'm saying he's pitching well today. He hasn't pitched well for the last 2 months. I did a Facebook poll about what people thought of Tyler Anderson going into Game 2, and the large majority, there was only one person who said anything positive. The large majority were worried AF about this.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's preposterous. I gotta get this YouTube video out to my Instagram fans.
Does
friends.
Christian Yelich look a little bit like Pete Davidson from SNL? I think he looks a little bit like Pete Davidson. You know who's dating Ariana Grande? Ariana Grande's husband?
No, I don't think he... Well, maybe it's the hair color.
Well, wait till he shows his face again.
I know his face.
Just wait.
Wow.
Swing and a miss.
Great pitch.
On Yelich.
Right down the middle.
That was off-speed pitch there.
No
he got
reason
him.
why Yelich should have missed that. Could have been a home run if he had gotten a piece of that.
Well, but it was change-up, so he was anticipating a fastball, and that's why guys like Tony Gwynn were so amazing, because you can understand placement, you can't understand velocity. That's what Greg Maddux always said. And then he said, except for that motherfucker Tony Gwynn. And that's the difference. If you can understand on the release whether a pitch is going to be an off-speed pitch or if it's going to be a fastball, you're going to be a Hall of Famer if you can do that. Matthew says yes, he does. He looks like Pete Davidson. He absolutely looks like Pete Davidson. Which means he looks. It looks like he's done a lot of heroin. Yeah. Yelich has a 1-1 count. Anderson is up to 31 pitches now. This has been a really good outing for Anderson. I know he's got 2 runners on right now, but this has been a really good, outing for Tyler Anderson.
It's been a great outing for Tyler Anderson. 2-1 count, 2 outs. All he's got to do is put away Yelich, who might be the hardest person to put away.
Just check the Rockies site. There are 6 tickets available for Sunday's game, and it's gone.
Oh.
And they're gone.
I bet you could check like on a third. I use Game Time app.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys used the Game Time app? I always get my tickets there. They do have a large fee, though. I'm not a fan of the fee.
Fan of the fee.
I want to know, you guys, when you pay a bill, like, for example, my rent, I have from the 1st to the 5th to pay it. And I don't wait necessarily till the 5th to pay it. But how long do you guys wait? Do you pay it on the 1st? Are you guys like that anal that you need to pay it on the 1st?
Yep.
You are?
Yep.
Good.
Very anal. What? I don't understand what.
Oh, great outing for Tyler Anderson. Bases are freaking loaded.
You giving up a run yet? No.
Not yet, but he's about to.
He hasn't yet?
Who's next in the order for Milwaukee? After Yelich, Kane already went. Hernan Perez?
Perez.
How many ways can we say it?
Perez.
Oh, Braun is up.
Ryan
6
Braun.
freaking Grand Slams in his career.
Yeah, he's nervous, though. You can just see it in his face.
You can see it in his eyes. They're bulging out of his head.
Matthew says, at Pepe's now, guys, cheers from Wisconsin. Thanks for getting me through math class.
Nice.
Absolutely, Matt.
Matt, do you go by Matt or Matthew? What do you prefer?
All right. This is a test here for Anderson.
This is
2
a
outs,
really
bases
hard
loaded.
test.
There's the delivery. Swing and a miss on Braun. 74.
74 miles an hour, and you can't hit it, Braun.
74 on the breaking ball there.
You really did need the steroids, didn't you?
That's a hard pitch.
Jeez.
That is a very hard pitch to hit. It started in this high in the zone, dropped, never left the zone. That was a good pitch.
Slow AF.
At 74, well, if you're expecting a pitch to be 90 miles an hour and it's 74, you were going to whiff on that thing.
Sending this to Benjamin Captain Awesome Albright.
Oh, that one top, and he popped out. They got him to pop out, and Charlie Blackman has it. Anderson
ends the inning. Wow.
Very thankful to
Awesome.
the Bearded Wonder, and gets out of a bases-loaded jam. It is now 0-0, 2-2.
That was all right.
That was good.
That was a good inning. Finished it out. Gosh, I'm sweating right now. Mother.
People here at the bar
God.
enjoying things. Let's go ahead and
enjoying Tyler Anderson. Oh.
Of everybody here. There you go. Very nice.
There you go. Woo! You guys are on the camera.
Yeah.
Go, Tyler. Goodness.
I don't think they enjoyed it as much as the couple earlier. All right, so let's see. Matthew says, Matt, only Matthew when I am acting. Acting. Okay. All right. You're an actor, Matthew. What are you acting in? Let's see here. Zach says, nasty hook. Yeah, I think Anderson right now is doing absolutely everything that he needs to do. That bases loaded situation was that could get away from a lot of pitchers. Anderson is dialed in. I mean, that guy really, really knows what he's doing from a mental perspective. So I like his approach. His strategy is always solid. Jena talking to one of the patrons here.
Oh, I'm seriously sweating.
Sweating from talking to that guy?
No. Come on, you gotta be like freaking hot. Like, you know my level of hot. Like, we're talking.
A lot of people think I'm hot.
Oh no, I'm not talking about you. I'm saying if I'm gonna get sweaty from talking to a boy, he must be elite level hotness. That old man was not making me sweat. I'm sweating because of the game.
But you were just talking to the guy. You weren't sweating earlier.
Yes, I was. I was sweating at the end of that inning.
Half price on all appetizers here at Oskar Blues. $5 half rack ribs.
Let's get some of those.
$3.50 Oskar Blues beer. Check it out by Oskar Blues. I highly recommend, if you've never had an Oskar Blues beer, try the barrel-aged 1050 if you can get it. It's a very nice but fairly expensive beer. But it is high quality. It is absolutely worth it. If you want to just drink, Dale's Pale Ale. That is the #1 selling beer at Coors Field.
Yes.
Not Coors Light. The banquet beer being outsold by Dale's Pale Ale in their own park.
Yeah.
Jena said she was sweating before that guy came over, TJ. Pay attention to Jena. Come on, man.
Jojo, you have no idea.
I'm going to need to go to the restroom. Why don't you go ahead and answer that question, and I will be back.
You feel free. Get us some food while you're over there. Get us some ribs. TJ never listens to anything I say most of the time. It's very, very rare that he actually hears what I'm saying or acknowledges what I'm saying. Sometimes he'll hear like one part, and then he'll just say whatever he wants to in response to that. So that's not really acknowledging. I think I'm hoping it's not an all-man thing, you know? But maybe just the guys I date do that. Not that I'm dating TJ, but just I've had that experience with other men as well. Matthew says, I have one more year left of undergrad, and then it is off to Milwaukee, Madison, or Chicago. I mostly act in plays, but do a bit of film work too. Cool. Would love to do something like what you guys are doing. You should totally come out and hang out with us. We have reps in Kansas City and Dallas as well, and as we expand and grow, we're looking to expand and grow. You know, if you're interested in sports coverage and you don't mind being on camera, it's a good path. It's a good way to go. We have Dale's Pale Ale and 1050 at Pepsi. We use 1050 in our Bloody Marys. Dang. Nice. Whew, Shashin, I am still sweating. That was a really scary inning, honestly. I was nervous about it. Bases loaded doesn't usually go in Rockies' favor. I will say that. It has worked against us many times. Many a times. Trevor Story at the plate. Shashin is at 59 pitches. And that is pretty high. That is pretty high. So, let's go Brewers. Hey. We got a Brewers fan on.
What's happening?
We got some Brewers fans.
Matt's
Matt
talking about
uses
his acting
some
career.
of the beer and drinks at his restaurant. Oh, no, I moved too far in the center.
Too far.
Too far in the center. I need to get out.
Oh, yeah.
We all saw that, right? Everyone? You're out. Just move me.
There you go. That'll work.
Why are you so close to the screen?
What? Well, it's at an angle. It's at an angle.
Gosh. How dare I be in the center of the screen? Move
Yeah.
the computer.
Seriously.
I haven't moved my chair at all. Oh, my goodness.
Let's see.
Full
We
count
have
for
Dale's
Trevor's
Pale Ale
story.
and 1050 at Pepe's. That's cool, Matthew. That's really cool. I don't know if you'd read that earlier.
I did.
Okay.
Shashin with the grab on Trevor's story. Easy out at first. Unless the Rockies get after Shashin, should be able.
Sorry, I have to change the.
62 pitches. Parita ground out in the second.
If he doesn't make it to the 6th inning, you got
Eric
to take
never
a shot.
said what I had to do. Eric, please
So
comment
loud,
because I'm
so
not doing
loud.
anything.
Goodness, you are so loud.
I am not doing anything
There we go.
that I can't even hear myself.
There you go. How about that?
I'm not doing anything Eric
How about that?
says. How about that?
All right. Okay. You're not doing anything Eric says?
Eric is the one who has to decide what I'm doing. Otherwise, I'm not doing it. So, Eric, oops,
Hey,
never mind.
Jenna, did TJ finally realize you're the whole show?
Sadly, no, Eric, he hasn't. Jenna, you're drinking an interesting ale. Well,
Yeah?
I'm blind. In Dallas at the State Fair of
They're
Texas,
serving it.
they're serving a corn dog ale.
Wow. My friend says it's pretty good.
This
Very
is
interesting.
Raspberry Provincial, which is a sour beer made by Funkworks here in Colorado beer. And then Stem Cider, cucumber cider. Ooh,
Ah,
just gets it past Parrita all the way to center field. He's gonna get a single.
he's gonna stay. He's gonna stay at first. That's a good play there. Kane's got a cannon, but he does get on base. And once again, for a 4th consecutive inning, Shashin has given up a base runner. 64 pitches in. The Rockies have done a phenomenal job of stretching Shashin every single inning.
They are stretching him, but oh look, we're making a call to the bullpen. Making a call to the bullpen. Eric has to decide. Eric, where are
please.
you?
Eric.
Please.
Please tell us what happens here.
Because unless Eric decides, I'm not doing it.
Was
You
it
don't-
Eric who was supposed to decide?
It was Eric, yeah.
Or was it Chris? Chris was supposed to decide. Or was it Eric? Or was it Chris? Either way, it's a shot. You have to do a shot.
No, Eric, please decide. Eric must choose. Otherwise, I'm not
Breathe.
doing
Yo
it.
tengo hombre.
You tango hombre.
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 I do. I need to breathe. You're right, Chris. I need to breathe.
Matthew says, if you guys had Foggy Geezer. Also, Hammer saying Shashin is only on 3 days rest. Yeah, sure. Okay.
That's
He's still
what I said.
65 pitches into 4 innings.
Yeah, but he's pitching in exactly the same caliber of a game as Anderson, in the sense that no one has scored.
In the sense that no one has scored, that is true. I was supposed to decide. Matthew was supposed to decide. All right, Matthew.
Matthew
what?
was going to decide?
Yep. What does Jena have to do if Shashin doesn't make it to 6? So
I thought it was Eric who
that was
said
already the bet that was made. We just have to figure out what
No.
the consequence is going to be for that. So we don't know what the payoff is, but we do know what the bet is. So the bet was already agreed upon. The bet was whether or not he makes it to the 6th inning.
And the other bet was we drink anytime either of them score.
That's right.
Either team lets up a run.
That's
either
right.
starting pitcher lets up a run.
Correct.
Only starting pitchers.
Not bullpen
And
pitchers.
I have to let up every time. Every
Shashin
time-
high and for a strike is
On
now 1 and
Desmond.
2 on Desmond. And here comes all the comments. I can just feel it. All the comments about how Desmond sucks. And
Somebody comment on how Desmond sucks, because I'm not going to do it.
John Wallendorf says commas are key.
Eric, we need you.
Eric is saying, you know you're the best, TJ. Well, you and Ari. Yeah, thank you very much.
What's a cement mixer shot?
Still, no
John?
one. Oh, John says you have to drink a cement mixer shot.
What is that?
I don't know, but I want you to do it now, just so I can find out.
John, tell us what it is, because I have to be able to walk out of here.
You'll be able to walk out of here. It's not that bad.
Is it
It's
like
just a shot.
Three
It's-
Horsemen? Is it an Adios MF? Is
The
it
alcohol's all the same, I guess. Basically.
cement mixer? Sounds like it's going to be gray and nasty. Also, I probably am going to get a parking ticket. Didn't get one yesterday, but I'm going to leave at some point to go check on my parking.
Chug a Milwaukee beer. All right, second out there of the inning. Shashin gets a pop out at to the second baseman there. Desmond. What's been going on with Desmond? I mean, I don't, because Desmond at one point was a good baseball player. That's why he got paid.
That's how he got paid, but he hasn't done much as of recent, and he doesn't seem to care. He's got his fourth kid on the way.
Sure.
First little girl.
Miller beer is like drinking antifreeze, Carlos says.
Carlos, don't make me drink that.
Do the fireball shot thing TJ did Monday night.
All he did was dump a fireball in a cider.
In a cider, which was delicious.
He got angry balls.
Angry ball. Let's see. John says, I can't tell you. It's not that alcoholic.
John, I don't think I should have to drink something I don't know what's inside of it.
Who do you have winning the Red Sox-Yankees series?
I have the Red Sox winning.
That one popped up to left field. Easy snag there for Braun. And now we head to the bottom of the fourth. All tied up at 0-0. I do not think we will see Shashin in the next inning, in the fifth inning. He didn't even make it to the fifth. Didn't even make it to the fifth.
Okay, he says it's Bailey's Irish Cream, lemon juice. It curdles in your mouth when you take it. Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Mmm.
That sounds awful.
Yes.
That sounds god-awful. That sounds awful. Yeah.
Is that what you're going to do?
No, I'm not doing that.
You are refusing.
Because John didn't get to pick. Eric got to pick what I had to drink.
Eric is not responding. Eric is not saying anything.
He's commenting other stuff. He says he got the Red Sox too. Eric, you are supposed to pick what I have to do if Shashin makes it into the it doesn't make it past the sixth inning.
He says that's grossa.
Gross. He says it's gross.
Grossa. I like grossa better.
Have we checked Twitch, by the way?
Hey guys, by the way, do you guys like the game cast? Do you want us to provide other information on the screen? We're still trying to figure out exactly the way we want to format all this stuff, and so we want to listen to our audience. So please, if you like the game cast, if you like the pitches being shown on the screen there, please let us know. If you don't like it, let us know that as well. If you want different information up there, let us know that. What would you like on the screen, and we'll do our best to provide that. So just let us know in the comments. We're pretty responsive on that stuff. John says he was given that on his 21st birthday. It sounds like your friends are mean. That's what it sounds like.
That is really mean.
Yeah, Eric gets to choose. He hasn't. You haven't chosen yet, Eric. Yes. You get to choose. What does Jena have to do?
Oh my gosh, I want to eat. I just smelled something amazing go by me.
Go ask him what it was.
Oh my gosh. Ask him. Do you guys have a nose like that? Like when you smell something, you're just all of a sudden like, I have to have that right now.
Yep.
That was pretty great. Great smell.
Yep.
Great smell. Also, none of you guys told me, do you guys pay your bills on the very first, or do you use your time frame? Like, I'm not saying I pay it on the 5th. I'm saying between the 1st and the 5th, I have options. So I just kind of use those options to enjoy my time. Take my time on it. It doesn't stress me out because of it. I bet you that TJ stresses out over his...
What?
You stress out because you want bills on time.
Yeah.
On the 1st. It has to be the 1st. So stressful. Like, chill.
I stress out about stuff. Yeah, that's true.
I think you need to take in that Colorado air. It's very
Colorado air, by the way, full of marijuana.
And just breathe it on in.
Erica's saying, what is he choosing? You have to choose the kind of shot that Jena is.
It doesn't have to be a shot. That's incorrect. He just has to choose an action.
If Shashin does not make it to the 6th inning,
I have to do something.
She has to do something.
What do I have to do?
Non like gross. Like I mean gross as in like, don't be an asshole with this. Which I won't assume that you will, Eric. I'm just saying. But I just want to put that rule out there because I don't want people to start asking Jenna to do things on camera.
To do a cement mixer. Yeah, my mom watches, so I can't do anything that she wouldn't approve of. She already told me I was cursing too much at the beginning of this broadcast.
Wait a second. Really? She texted you about you
She told me, texted me, stop cursing. I don't think I curse that much. Do you feel like I curse?
No, I don't feel like I curse that much.
You curse more than me.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
She literally texted me that. Only comment Mom got.
By the way, if you come by the Oskar Blues here in Colorado Springs, half price on all apps during the game, $5 half rack ribs during the game, and $3.50 Oskar Blues beer. Actually, that would be a really good thing. We need to grab somebody and say we want a half rack of ribs. We'll split a half rack. Yeah?
Yeah.
Little snack?
Fine. Sure.
You want some ribs?
I mean, that's going to be really hard to eat during a broadcast.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Like,
yeah, we're going to be eating barbecue.
Oh, you know
camera.
why I'm loud? Is my thing fell off. Look.
It did.
Where is it?
I don't know. I don't think it's around here. You're okay though. Don't worry about it. You don't
It
pop.
was on earlier.
You
were yelling at me that I was too loud.
No, but you're fine now. Don't worry about it. You're good.
But it was on earlier.
Anderson is only at 40 pitches. That's really impressive.
Very impressive. And he got Jesus Aguilar. Moustakas at the plate.
Second plate appearance for Mike Moustakas.
Right.
First pitch in there. Second pitch in there, pardon me. 0-2 now on Mike Moustakas. Moustakas early in his career was kind of a free swinger. He would just, swing at everything. And he has become much more patient at the plate. That was after a very long conversation he had with George Brett at spring training in 2014. In which George Brett said, "You're a terrible hitter. Be better." And then he was. Yeah. That's all that took from George Brett was just be better. Actually, he said, "What do you need? A lobotomy? Just hit the ball the other direction." That's what he said. That was his advice to Mike Moustakas. I heard him tell him that.
Tell him that exact advice.
That was his. I was like, wow. Hall of Fame third baseman George Brett just told Mike Moustakas that he's shitty at baseball and that he needs to be better.
Not at baseball, just at bat.
Just at hitting. That's right.
Fouls third baseline.
Speaking of cursing, what's wrong with cursing? What's wrong with cursing, Cheryl?
What's wrong with paying your bills after the first?
They're late. I think that's...
No, I have from the first to the 5th to pay it, and it won't be late.
Yeah.
It's not late till the 6th. So why not pay it on the 3rd? Why not take your time? Why not relax? I like the game cast the way it is. It's keeping me distracted from the frustrations of the Rockies offense.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You guys are doing great. Thanks, Matt. You get ready really quiet when you show the bar, though. All right. Jenna,
we get really quiet when we show the bar. Okay.
Whatever you do, you'll match it, Matt. That's awesome. Matt's going to do whatever shot I do. He's going to match whatever drink I
that's
do.
cool. That's cool. There's not enough cursing.
Thanks, Jojo.
It's a good thing my TV cannot sue me for verbal abuse. See? That's the thing. That's what I think broadcasts are missing is cursing and
freedom
honesty and like people who are like, oh, that call was horseshit. Like that's because that's what you want to say.
I do
and you're
say
like,
that.
What?
You
No,
get mad at me.
I mean the people at home. That's what you want to say.
Yeah.
Because that's what everybody says when their team gets screwed on a call or when somebody does something really impressive. You want to hear the jubilation. You want to hear a natural, genuine reaction. You want to hear Joe Tessitore doing his best impersonation of Meg Ryan. That was the one Harry Met Sally referenced.
Yeah. I just didn't.
She fakes an orgasm in a diner.
And you want to hear about that?
About fake orgasms?
Apparently,
Yes.
that's what we are talking about right now.
And by the way, I am pro fake orgasm. I just want to go on the record
gosh.
as saying I am pro fake orgasm.
Why?
Why? Because I appreciate the effort. I appreciate that it matters
The
that
effort
much.
to fake it?
Yes. Absolutely.
It matters that much to you guys.
No, look. Sex is all about making the other person feel good. So, if that's your goal, faking it is great. It's not like I'm absolutely okay with it. Some guys get ego shattered. Like, let me tell you something, guys. You're not that good. None of us are. It's all about them. They decide whether it's all in their heads. So just remember that. It's true.
I'm gonna.
Darius says, laugh my
Bite
ass
my
off,
tongue.
fake orgasms. Matthew, I'm at the bar with TV and sound, and I still can't turn you guys off. Very entertaining. Thank you, Matthew.
Thanks. Because you're talking about fake orgasms.
JJ says, Lord, I hope Jenna's mom just tuned out.
Right? Yeah.
There's a base hit by Mike Moustakis.
Wow,
He's going to round
He's going to
first to second.
Wow.
the double to Moose, and there you hear it, the Moose chants in Milwaukee.
Did you see what they do? Orlando Arcia, he told me that he started that on the team, on the Brewers this season.
He says,
And when I was doing my play-by-play commentary up in the booth for that game at Coors Field, he looked up at me and did it to me in my face, and that was
really good contact there. And once again, obviously, right of center, and that's where Mike Moustakis hits everything. So they just didn't have enough of a shift. They needed to put even more guys over there. Let's see. Chris says, how would Harry Carey sound during a fake orgasm?
That's to you, because I don't know who the heck that is.
Oh, my God. Cubs win. Cubs win. That's what he would say.
That's what he would say.
That's how you know he's finished. Cubs win. Guys.
Oh, my God.
Guys, it was amazing. Cubs win. Wow.
Hernan Perez at the plate, swinging. Wow.
That's
gets a great piece of that ball.
Into the gap and over. Ground rule double.
Over.
That will score Mike Moustakis.
Brewers are the first to score. You got to drink.
Take a shot. I take a shot.
This is not your
just
shot.
A drink.
No. You have to take a shot. That was your rule. You have to take a shot when a starting pitcher
Give me a shot.
Yeah.
Order a shot. I will do the shot. And ribs. That's right. We'll do the $5 ribs. Here are our deals. $5 half rack of ribs. That's insane. That is an insane deal, especially given how good their barbecue is here. Also, half price on all apps. I'm about to do a shot because Tyler Anderson gave up a run. Gave up a run on a double there. Very impressive double. Good contact. And so now, yes, that scored Mike Moustakis. Bottom of the fourth here. Anderson is feeling it a little bit. He's up to 50 pitches now. That one way high and outside, 88 miles an hour, and getting a little bit of encouragement now from his catcher. Travis Shaw here singled in the third. Anderson looks at second, throws, almost fakes the throw back. Puts Perez on the defensive. Makes him walk back to second base. I do that 3 more times. And I'm serious about this. Don't worry about the boos in Milwaukee. Break up the hitter's rhythm. I know he's gonna swing. He's gonna put it in there, and they advance the runner to third. All right, there you go. So runner steals third base. Perez steals third base. That's what I was saying. Anderson needed to do 2 things. He needed to break up the rhythm of the hitter, and he needed to make sure that Perez doesn't steal third, and he didn't do either of those things. I thought when I first saw him start to throw back to second, I was like, okay, well, he understands how to handle this. this was that moment. You just gave up a run. You gotta do all of those. Like, have you ever seen a run in basketball where it's like they let it go 15 points before the coach calls a timeout, and you're like, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
You got to call a timeout the
timeout.
second you feel the run. The second you feel it start, you got to call a timeout. The pitcher has to effectively do the same thing. You got a runner on second, and you got a hitter. You've given up 2 doubles in a row, and you've got a hitter at the plate. You got to knock that guy off his rhythm. You got to make sure he has to step in and step out and step in and step out, and he's got to change all the stuff. He's got to get him out of his rhythm, and also make sure that the guy at second knows he needs to stay at fucking second. And he didn't do any of that stuff. Yeah.
Perez is a really, really good batter, especially in high-pressure situations. I'm not surprised at all, and he's fast. He's fast.
That's a strike. 92 on the edge, outside edge. It's now 3-1. And to answer Matt's question, I am shooting tequila because that's what we do here. Also, what is this? You have to rub the table so you get laid? That's how that works?
Si no apoya, no folla. You speak Spanish, you'll know what it means.
No polla, no folla.
Yeah.
No polla, no folla.
There's another part of it.
Anderson with the delivery, and he walks the batter.
Wow.
He walks
and Buddy
Shaw.
Black is silent. He is not
Bud
even.
Black? No, he's calling for 2. He made his call.
He doesn't. Buddy is so calm and composed sometimes when I think I just want to see some fire out of the guy. Man.
Let's see. Rosenberg says, not good. Matthew says, what kind of shot? JoJo, Rockies may not even get a chance to play at Coors.
Yeah, Game 3 will be at Coors.
Game 3 is at Coors Field.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
Sunday.
No,
yeah.
Is that Game 3?
It's Game 3.
They take 2 days off? A day. They take Saturday off. Today's
Saturday. So today's a getaway day. They'll head out for both teams. They'll head to Coors to Denver tonight. So they'll actually be out on the town probably tonight. You could probably find some Rockies / Milwaukee Brewers. Oh, they got Perez at third.
Got it.
They got Perez at third. He's calling for the replay.
Perez is not leaving third.
He's calling for the replay. He thinks he's good.
Bench coach is on the phone.
You take your shot?
I did. I took it just now. Just trying to focus on what was going on in the game.
Trying not to think about it. Desmond, sheesh. Desmond hesitates too much. I just want him to release the ball, man.
Yeah, Game 3 is Sunday at Coors Field, and Game 4 will be at Coors Field.
That's right.
As well.
What is Perez's hair?
Matthew says safe by a mile, so he's going to...
They're going to review it.
Most of these reviews, I feel like, have gone the Brewers' way.
No, I think there were a couple.
In the series so far.
In the series, I feel like it's been fairly even. Last night, they thought Orlando Arcia was out at first, and he totally dodged. They called him out at first, and he totally dodged that tag. He was safe. They gave it to the Rockies, so... Drink a shot of hot damn. Wait a second. What did... Go
Drink
back up.
a Bloody Mary. They are nasty.
I love Bloody Mary.
Eric says Bloody Mary.
Oh, look at he touches his shoe.
He is out.
He touches his shoe. Look at this. Touches Arenado's shoe and not the base.
I don't think they can call blocking, although...
Oh, but wait. Is he on the base yet? Watch it.
They
okay.
might call...
Shoe,
would they call blocking? No, that's his shoe.
Yep.
He hadn't touched the base.
Before he touches the base.
He hadn't touched the base. I don't think that's...
I
don't think they can call blocking on a replay. I don't know if that's true.
Faked orgasms are like unearned runs. Tweet
Fake
that.
Orgasms are like
Tweet
unearned
that, John.
runs. That's a good line. That's a good line, John. Hey, a run is a run. That's my response to that.
Fix the scoreboard.
Do you want to get a hit or do you want to win?
A fake orgasm is like taking a walk after the ump calls a strike. It calls a strike a ball. You think you're the shit, but it was never anything you did. That's correct.
It's not correct. I'm just saying I appreciate the effort. That's all I'm saying.
They call him out. Perez is out. Good call.
Perez is out after tagging the
Very good
shoe
call.
of Ian Desmond. No, I'm sorry, of Nolan Arenado.
Yes.
That's maybe a little savvy play there. A little dirty, but I think perhaps a savvy play there by Arenado.
I don't think he tried to do it. I think it was by chance, to be honest with you. I don't think he did anything on purpose. I don't think that it was dirty and I'm probably going to get shit for saying that because
JJ said
I
Rockies
think
got a
Bobby
break.
was- yeah.
You think the Rockies got a break there?
No, I think that I don't know if you would call it a break. I think he was genuinely out.
Matthew said safe by a mile, and then very next message was he got a finger in there.
It's a little bit different.
Well, you know what? As somebody who's gotten a lot of fingers in there, that's all it takes.
Oh, God. TMI. I need to be more drunk for that comment.
You got to be more drunk for that comment.
Yeah. For that comment. Kratz up to bat. It's high. 1 in.
Mr. Anderson.
Oh. I don't like that Desmond hesitates on the throw. He doesn't throw to second, and then he barely throws to third. I mean, if that throw had been off at all, that would have been a safe at third. Which, and also, by the way, Perez, his son, is a little baseball player, has his own Instagram, and is more popular than you are on Twitter.
Who?
Hernan Perez's son,
Yeah,
who's like 4 years old.
good for him.
Has his own social media accounts.
That's very good for him.
It's crazy. Crazy. Middle of the day baseball, people.
All right, let's see here. Very good play with the foot, savvy move. I agree, Matthew. Let's see. Dave says, I woke up about an hour ago and get to watch postseason baseball. Love October mornings.
That's right.
Where are you at, Dave? Are you in Australia? It's 4 o'clock Mountain Time. JJ says, no, I mean getting the runner at third. Rockies got a break. Now it's 2 outs and less chance for Brewers getting another run. Dave says Australia. Yeah.
Yeah. It's October mornings in Australia where the baseball's on. Nice pitch.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a
It's 2 and
miss.
2 now on Kratz.
That was 80. Oh, but the runner at Shaw advanced to third. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's almost 8 a.m. in Australia, guys.
Almost. Wow. Boy, you're an early riser. Let's see here. 2 and 2 the count on Kratz.
Who are you guys pushing for in that Red Sox-Yankees series? I'm getting loaded with messages about the Yankees because I basically hate on them. I have an uncle who's a very, very big Yankees fan.
Fastball there inside. Kratz fouls it off. Chris says he may fake orgasm tomorrow if the Longhorns win.
They won't.
What do we got? OU Texas. OU's going to rake in that game, and I'm not saying that because I think that Tom Herman's a very good coach. Herman's going to turn that program around. I thought he was a much better hire than Charlie Strong. They messed up with that, and that's not because Charlie Strong's not a good coach. He's just the wrong coach for Texas, and there's. I know a lot of people will make like some racial equivalencies there. It had nothing to do with that. It had a lot to do with the fact that Charlie Strong is a my way or the highway kind of guy. He is very much about doing things the right way, and that is not how you roll at Texas. You make sure that those dudes are eligible and on the field. That is all they care about at Texas. That is all they care about. Oh, my God.
It's hot. Ow.
And so, and you got to play the political game, too. You got to play that political game. And Mac Brown was the man at that. And Tom Herman understands Texas a little bit better than Charlie Strong did. Now, Strong is from Arkansas, so he's got a little bit of a Texas connection there, but not – he's too rigid in his thinking there. Pop fly there to Carlos Gonzalez in right field. That will do it for the bottom of the fourth. Look at boy, that is
really
warm.
hot.
That is the tray. Is it just or is the meat warm also? I want to show people this if you can see it up here. Yeah, let's go ahead and. It's a little warm. Let's wait for this to cool off, but then I'll show it to everybody.
Pretty on
this
fire.
Looks amazing. It really does. Here, let's do this actually. Here,
I don't know how we're gonna eat this.
I will fix this
on camera.
There we go. There we go. Just put it on camera like that.
And we have no
Let's
napkins.
see if I can show you guys what this thing looks like. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Look at that.
It's pretty good.
That is beautiful.
Pretty good.
Absolutely beautiful. Oh, man. So we have some honey mustard, it looks like here. We also have some barbecue sauce. And then that is a just beautiful looking dry rub.
Yeah, that's an Instagram worthy. I gotta post this Insta story here. Hey.
All right. Beautiful looking dry rub there. I like the dry rubs. As I heard a bit character in West Wing say once, sauce is a myth. So, as you can see here, the bar is getting a little bit more populated. So make sure you come on in here. Oskar Blues, Colorado Springs. That's where we're at, Oskar Blues in Colorado Springs, right downtown. It's a great, much like their location in Denver on Market Street. So, regardless of whether or not you are in, let's see. Oh, that's why. Okay, we're getting too quiet. There we go. Much better. No, if you are, what was I going to say here? No, if you're in Denver, go down to Market Street. They just finished their brand new patio at Oskar Blues. It is it's awesome. They worked really, really hard on it. That whole area down there on Market Street in downtown Denver has been renovated and is continuing to be renovated. And I would say by next summer, it's going to be one of the go-to spots.
It's going to be really fun.
Everybody downtown. Denver's kind of renovated.
Yeah.
Remade downtown. It used to be kind of a rough area. And then Coors Field got put down there, and the entire bar, the entire downtown just got rejuvenated by all of the foot traffic and personal attention that they were getting now because of the Rockies. And over the last 25 years, it's really, really influenced in a positive way the downtown area in Denver. And so now
Some would say gentrified.
Look, I don't know. Here's the thing about gentrification. Gentrification, it's not great for people who are poor and can't afford a higher cost of living. But also, it's making a poor area and a bad area better. I don't know what you do with that. I don't know what you do with that. I really don't.
So I asked.
Is it bad? Do you want the area to remain shitty and crime ridden?
No.
Or would you rather say, hey, this is pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
It's a lose-lose kind of.
I know it's going to kind of hurt some people, but that's
and rent
right.
It's going to go up a ton.
Right, but you know what? Like we used to dig into the earth for power. We used to mine coal, and people got the black lung. And then those people who got the black lung mining coal so that we could all have electricity, they lost their jobs because of solar energy and all that other stuff. Like, what do you do with that? That people lost their jobs? Like, it's already happened. It's the price of progress. It hurts. It hurts those people. But it's still like,
and it's easier said when it's not infecting you.
No, sure. Absolutely. I'm just saying, like, it's a nice area downtown. It's a really nice, Denver used to be kind of a rough neighborhood downtown.
No, Denver's never been rough. Try
Colfax
Oakland,
going right through downtown Denver was a bad area
You've been here for
a while.
Year.
Yeah, but you talk to people who used to be around here and talk to people before you were born. It was before you were born.
Okay, but you weren't around anyways. You were like
right,
in
but you
the
gotta
Ozarks somewhere.
But
like,
I talked to the
hunting
people.
alligators.
Hunting alligators? What is that? That's not even a thing.
I asked for silverware and napkins, but this is all we got. So I guess
Carla says,
our
TJ Carpenter and Brandon Perna from That's Good Sports cousins? Hey.
They kind of look like they could be, huh?
Perna and I have done a lot of projects together, and Perna is one of my favorite people. We're always working on stuff. By the way, actually, I talked to the Scalar brothers this morning.
Oh.
We're gonna go hang out on Saturday, which is pretty cool. I wanted
TFTI.
Brandon to come. He said no. Brandon said he couldn't make it on Saturday to the Scalar brothers show, and last time we went, it was Roy Albanese who was on the nightly show with Larry Wilmore and was a producer for like 15 years for Jon Stewart on the Daily Show.
Dang it, I got it on my shirt.
Albanese and I were hanging out when he was in town, and Perna and I were running some ideas by him. That was a fun night. It's always Brandon's great.
These are amazing.
Chris says people may fake orgasm watching Jenna eat those ribs.
Chris, my mom is watching.
Shashin's still hanging in there. Done. 2 outs, 77 pitches, top of the 5th, 2 outs now. Shashin has done a very nice job.
Oh, my God.
Late here.
Everyone, pause for a moment of silence. TJ Carpenter said something nice about something I thought. Wow.
Okay, Shashin here delivering to LeMahieu. And I thought, see that low and inside pitch, if you will never get a call on low and inside. Low and inside, this umpire is stingy as shit with low and inside. But that low and outside, he's going to call every time. It doesn't matter how low it is. You can call that a strike. Wow. High and inside, it's now 2-1 on LeMahieu. Tom Herman was a grad assistant under Mac Brown in 1999 and 2000. You can tell. Dave says, I'm going to make sure to get up to watch Game 3 in full with you.
Oh, thanks.
We are absolutely going to do the Broncos game on Sunday. We're trying to figure out a plan for the Rockies game as well, because it's just a matter of cameras and equipment and making sure that we are allowed to do some of the stuff that we want to do. I think our idea actually is to try to get Jena into the stadium.
Get you guys some real-time action.
Yeah, and I think
we won't show the game from inside the stadium. We'll just show the fans' reactions and kind of.
Yeah, we're not going to show you like direct play because that would be illegal. But
that would be illegal. That would get us
not
shut
illegal.
down.
It would just be against the. I mean, you get sued.
The MLB.
Yeah,
you can't even do that as a broadcaster from
the whole game experience. I mean, Coors Field in the postseason is a unique, special experience.
You better get on these because I'm going to eat them all.
Yeah, I will. I'm waiting. So we got to eat once you're finished. I will start.
Well, I can take a turn and you can have some.
Okay.
So, you can.
Do you like the sauce?
I like the sauce. I haven't tried the mustard. It almost looks like sriracha mustard, which I'm a big fan of spice.
It might be sriracha mustard.
I don't know. We don't have any silverware to try it with.
Let's see.
Wow.
Dave says, I don't care if it's football or baseball for me on Monday morning. Right. So, Sunday for us, Monday for you. I sure. We're going to be doing we're going to be starting early in the morning, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So I'm guessing that's like super early in the morning for you. But
what time is that there? Let us know, Deb. Only reason Shashin goes out is if
CC wants some offense.
Yeah. I told you from the get-go, Shashin is a
veteran. He's up to 84 pitches.
He's a veteran pitcher.
If he doesn't try to pitch at least one out, if he doesn't get at least one out in the 6th, then you have to do fireball or something. What was it?
Now we're in the 6th? All he had to do was
No,
make
it's
it to
the
this
5th.
inning.
It's the 5th.
I know, but you're... Oh, wow.
Oh, swing and a miss, and Arenado.
Wow.
Arenado is just beside himself as Shashin's got his number, man. At least in this game he does.
The bet was that Shashin wouldn't make it to the 5th. Now he made it, and now we're not changing the bet to the 6th.
The bet was the 6th if he doesn't pitch in the 6th inning. Like it says 6.
I see. I know what 6 is. Wow.
What?
The meat just comes right off into your mouth.
All right. You like meat in your mouth? Is that what you're saying to all the people out here?
Cooked just right. Yeah, I do.
All right.
I like
I'm going to try this dry rub style first.
Better. The meat by itself is amazing. Look at that bone.
That's pretty good.
Clean.
That's pretty
amazing.
Good. No, it pulls off. No, it pulls off really, really easily.
Yeah. I haven't had a lot of barbecue. Where do you guys think the best barbecue is?
It's in Kansas City.
Oh gosh.
No, it is. You know my feelings on Kansas City, so clearly my opinion here is objective.
I've heard Texas has great barbecue.
Texas has very good barbecue. There's no such thing as bad barbecue. You can get spoiled on good barbecue. Yeah, pretty much even the shitty stuff's good. I would say that if I had to do a barbecue hierarchy, I would say Kansas City barbecue, which is kind of an amalgam of all of the barbecues, is number 1. And that, like the meat there, the meat's perfect. The sauce, they found the right ratio. I don't know how to tell you that. Like the meat, like everything works in what Kansas City barbecue is. Especially when they go with a little bit more like tangy tomato sauces, which is, it's not what. Like Arthur Bryant's in Kansas City doesn't do a tomato sauce. They actually do a different sauce. It's more vinegar based, and some people really like the vinegar sauces, but it's kind of an acquired taste as far as I'm concerned. If you like South Carolina barbecue, you probably really like the vinegar sauces. But if you like dry rub, if you like the meat, if you like seasoning, like Texas barbecue is the best. Nashville is kind of a knockoff of Kansas City barbecue. In that it is done in a similar way and therefore very good. It's just not to the quality of Kansas City barbecue. And then Memphis barbecue, my personal favorite growing up, and I would say Gates barbecue in Kansas City is very Memphis-y in what they do. But like Rendezvous, Interstate barbecue, all the stuff in Memphis is spectacular. So I'd probably go Kansas City, Memphis, Nashville, Texas, and then at the bottom, South Carolina. And there's no knock on South, like it's good. It's all good, like I said. But that's my barbecue hierarchy if I had to roll it out for everybody.
See, I feel like Colorado just doesn't really do that many barbecue things. I don't think that they do a lot of barbecue options here. There's not a lot of places I find where like barbecue is like a main dish or main focus. Let's see. Dave said, I'll get up at 2 p.m. Mountain for y'all, but unlikely earlier. Don't worry, Jena. I'll do a fireball with you. It's 5 p.m. in Austin. What's that in Mountain Time? 4? Or 1 hour difference? And then
Chris is disagreeing with me.
Yeah, he says, no, TJ, the best barbecue is in Texas. Chris, where's your best barbecue spot? I once dated an alligator from the Ozarks. Talk about a good time. From Carlos Sanchez. Maybe you and TJ know the same alligators. It's possible. Arenado is pissed. He's looking up into the stands. I know his brother is there, and he has a group of friends that are there watching him play, but I don't think his mom, or I'm not sure if his mom and dad or significant other, I'm not sure about all of that. He was definitely looking up at the stands. Somebody. His brother plays for the Giants AAA. You can always check him out. Obviously not the most successful of the brothers. Anderson's still in, bottom of the 5th. 66 pitches. That was a strike. Got Santana looking.
Dave said that 11 a.m. Mountain Time is 3 a.m. Aussie time. Also,
Wow.
Carlos said that, sorry. Chris said Ozark is a great Netflix show. It's very good. It's very good. It's the best thing that, what's his face? The main guy in that.
Connor Gabe.
No, not Connor.
He was talking about the Ozark. That's why.
Ozark, the TV show.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
The main character in it. It's the best thing he did since Arrested Development. I can't think of his name.
Oh. I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I know his name too. I just can't. I'm drawing a blank because I'm having a brain fart.
Because you're eating great food. You're just focused on the great food. Lorenzo Cain in the batter's box. The count is 1-0. I mean, Anderson has had a great game, low pitch count, but despite that, the Brewers have found a way to score. Wow, gets Cain swinging on that ball outside. I have been saying for a long time that Lorenzo Cain, that the Brewers in general have a great team, one, and are a team that is a never gonna die kind of team. It doesn't really matter what they're up against. They fight through it. They have a resilience that's insane. And that's what makes me think that they'll head to the World Series this year. I don't know that they'll win it. I would like them to win it. I prefer an NL team to win the World Series because it just proves that we're a stronger division.
NL is not stronger. Yeah, Jason Bateman. Chris. Yeah, you're right. Jason Bateman.
I think the NL is stronger. The AL has more money. It doesn't make them stronger. Way
How many
outside.
of you would prefer that Jena eat ribs the way I eat ribs?
You have sauce on your microphone.
Oh, do I really?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, man, that's not good.
Yeah, here you. Sheesh. That's not good. Oh, too late though.
It is what it is. There's no way you can tell me Harry Carey never had sauce on his microphone.
I'm sure he had all kinds of sauces on his microphone. I'm just trying to think if I know any good Aussie barbecue places. It's much more of an American thing. Yeah, it's not we don't really do barbecue same style that you think of, in other countries like they do.
What's
here in the
koala
US.
taste like? That's what I figure they serve in Australia.
Oh my gosh.
I bet you koala meat is tender and delicious. Ball boy there. Having to work for that one. Do you want to have another rib? Because I'm going to eat those two if you don't eat them.
Yeah, I like the corner ones. Do you want the corner one?
No, I'll take the inside one.
It takes all the meat off.
Anderson, 2-2 the count on Lorenzo Cain. No, that's good.
The meat all fell off.
Oh, and that one is caught by Carlos Gonzalez in right field.
Lucky. Good grab. That looks
Kind
good.
of a serpentine pattern there Gonzalez took to that ball.
Here's some of this.
Yelich now up to bat.
I'm going to move my mic. Just talk louder.
Christian Yelich in his last 15 games, including the NLDS, is averaging 489 with 7 home runs.
It's insane.
He is hitting very well right now.
It's insane. Which is surprising because he hasn't really done anything tonight. Over 1. Today.
Dave said he's never had koala, but he's had kangaroo. I've heard kangaroos are assholes. I've seen videos of kangaroos, and they seem like assholes. So I feel like that's a pretty accurate statement. But I don't know, because I've never been in contact with a kangaroo. I've been in contact with moose. There are a lot of mooses around Colorado. Moose and buffalo. Of course, most of the buffalo are down south. But like there's a lot of wildlife. I wake up sometimes with a deer just out my bedroom window.
Yeah, that's a weird thing for people who aren't from here.
Yeah. There are literally hundreds of deer in my neighborhood.
Yeah, when I went to Spain,
crazy.
I was like, there's no wildlife here. There's not even squirrels.
It's kind of, Spain's interesting for a lot of people who've never been there because there aren't as many trees as I think people think there will be. Europe in general is kind of like that.
There's like nothing. There's no animals.
Matthew wants to know who we root for on Sundays. I'm a sports nihilist. I don't root for anybody, but I grew up a Redskins fan because my dad played for Arkansas State. That one out deep to center field. An easy catch there for Charlie Blackmon.
Saving Tyler Anderson's
So we go to the
ass
top
on
of the
that
6th inning. We'll see who is
Outfielders.
pitching and whether or not, if it is Shashin, if he can get an out. Because if he doesn't get an out, Jena has to take a shot.
I don't know how this has evolved to that.
What?
That was not the original bet.
That was a bet. That was an additional bet to the original
Yeah,
bet, which
got
was every time
skewed. It got skewed.
every time Anderson gives up a run, I have to take a shot. Every time that Shashin gives
so
up
I'm
a run,
good.
you have to take a shot.
Shashin has not given up
Yeah,
a run.
if he doesn't give up a run, but if he goes in there and he gives up like
no.
3 runs, you have to take 3 shots.
Of course, if he gives up 3 runs, I will take 3 shots because that's
But
the
if he
original bet.
but if he leaves before getting an out this inning, then you also have to take a shot.
Doesn't seem fair. You never even tried this thing. It's like a spicy mustard.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it if you're interested.
I am not. I will not do that to this meat.
Spicy mustard is not fair to the meat.
It's not fair to the meat.
Why?
I don't even want to answer that question.
Oh my gosh. TJ can be so pretentious, can he? Rooting for Jena to take take no shots. Yes, I want to go to the gym. I seriously, playoff baseball is going to make me gain 10 pounds because we're drinking every freaking day.
It is a little rough.
It is a little rough. I woke up with a massive headache this
Why?
morning.
You woke up with a headache?
Yeah, well, after last night's game, I had a couple more shots and
Oh,
really did me in.
now we're getting more information.
Yes. Well, some of my friends who couldn't make it out to the bar were around the corner at another bar, and
Dave's asking what our preferred alcohol shots are. That's a good question.
I think we pretty much do tequila.
Tequila. Yep. I don't like shooting whiskey. I'm just not a big fan of whiskey shots.
Which is why we're going to make TJ take whiskey.
Tequila or vodka.
If anything else happens in the game.
The other things, I kind of feel like I'm eating candy when I do fireball shots. I kind of feel like
Oh, gosh.
any other
Fireball
shots
tastes gross.
if you go outside of the traditional shots, tequila and vodka. Those are the traditional ones. That's
We
what I
should
like.
do a gummy bear shot. That sounds good.
Well, that's gummy bears
Vodka.
and vodka.
Yeah. I prefer tequila in all things. When I lived in Spain, I would drink tequila, 3 shots of tequila before I went out anywhere in Spain. Because I knew in Spain I was basically going to have the options of wine, ginebra, which is gin, or vodka, or beer. And I just prefer the drunk, or not drunk, but the buzz I get off of tequila, I guess.
JJ is asking, what are your thoughts on Marlins, ma'am? Do you admire him or is he annoying? What do you think?
I admire him. I think last season at for the Rockies, before I covered them, I went to 50 games. Whether home or away, I went to 50 games, which is about a third of the season.
That's over half. Yeah, that's.
And I think it takes a lot of dedication as a fan to go to those kind of things. So I admire him. I think he's great.
Matt, I didn't say I liked brandy old fashions. I do though. I like drinking whiskey. I don't like shooting whiskey. It's weird. I like shooting tequila. Vodka is hit or miss for me. Actually, a good sipping gin, if you ever want it, a good sipping gin, just to do gin. I'm a gin fan. And, the Brandon's Gin. If you ever try it, Brandon's Gin, it's won a bunch of awards. A lot of people hate gin.
Yeah, I hate
But
gin.
I can do gin. A lot of people can't do gin.
In Spain, you can get gin and tonic or gin and lemonade and things, but then they come with candy in the bottom, like licorice or different things like that. And that was something I've never seen before.
So what are your thoughts on Marlins, man?
I like him. I think he works hard for it. Oh, gosh. Jenna has
I've actually-
Fireball coming up. I'm not doing Fireball. I'm going to do tequila
Fireball.
or a gummy bear. Something delicious. Eric on the Facebook feed says he's tried.
Gonzalez strikes out.
He's tried
So there's
Gator.
now 1 out. Trevor's Story. Oh, on Nabel struck him out. So you've got to do a Fireball shot because
The bet was that he wouldn't make it to the 5th. I don't know how
6th.
He hasn't let up any runs. These are just extra bets that because my pitcher did better than your pitcher, now I have to drink because you're upset.
That has nothing to do with
You're
it.
upset that you're losing on the drinks, so now you're making me drink.
I actually did a charity event with Marlins Man, Hoops for Hope, in Kansas City. It was me and Marlins Man and Dick Vitale.
Nice.
We were the three, and also I think Christian Colon, the Royals shortstop slash second baseman slash not in the majors anymore. Me and Christian Colon and Dick Vitale and Marlins Man brought this charity event. He is a nice guy. In the I will take a picture with you.
Yeah.
I love being here. I really enjoy. I'm really happy you asked me. Kind of way, but on a personal level, kind of a jerk. But
yeah, well, he's full of himself. But it sounds like the whole cast that they had at that event was full of themselves.
Let's see. I haven't really done shots much in the past.
Dave
says he hasn't done shots. That's unfortunate.
I'm gonna go get my shot and use the bathroom.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see here. 2-2 the count. 1 out. Trevor Story is 0 for 2 on the day. Nabel is now 8 pitches in. Delivers. And that one's popped out. Story pops it out to the shortstop for out number 2. Ari says Rockies could use a few runs. They haven't scored in like a billion innings. They scored 2 runs. They scored 2 runs in the 9th inning the other night, but their offense has really struggled. They're a team built around offense that can't score. They can't score runs. It's really interesting. I told everybody this season in Colorado that pitching is what is consistent in baseball. If you want to be a consistent team, you need great pitching. Even if your offense isn't very good, you can be consistent. If you're an offensive-built team, it's impossible to be consistent because offense is not consistent inherently. Swing and a miss there by Parra. 0-1 now on Parra. Singled in the 4th inning. He's 3 for 6 this postseason. Hitting .500 on the postseason. That is very, very good for Gerardo Parra. Here's the pitch, and Parra hits that one foul down the first baseline. 0-2 the count now on Parra. Guys, want to remind you that if you do come by the Oskar Blues Brewery here in Colorado Springs, you can get half price on all apps today. Also, $5 half-rack ribs. We just had the half-rack ribs. They're very good. I highly recommend them to anyone who comes into Colorado Springs Oskar Blues location. $3.50 Oskar Blues beer today as well here at the Colorado Springs location. And if you are not around Colorado, Dale's Pale Ale is the way to go. If you're familiar with Oskar Blues breweries or anything Oskar Blues, this is the beer that you want to try first. Also, the barrel-aged 1050, which is kind of a gourmet beer. Oh, so good. In fact, their Market Street location in downtown Denver does the barrel-aged 1050 floats, which, hey, man, that is one hell of a dessert. I've actually had it. It's phenomenal. It's expensive, but it is phenomenal because that barrel-aged 1050 is choice. It is what would you call that? It's a not banquet. It's a really, what would you call that kind of beer? It's a high class beer. I don't elite. There's my avatar, Ari. I've had fried alligator and tastes like chicken. Yeah, it does. I've actually had gator wings. I had it at a place called Gators in St. Petersburg, Florida. All right, let's go over here to the Facebook chat. Eric says, just do a tequila shot. That's what I choose. Andy says, my opinion of Marlins, man, is this. If you go to the game, if you got the time and the money to go to that many games, then good for him. Yeah, sure. Gourmet beer. Yeah, gourmet beer. Sounds really hoity-toity. It's a gourmet beer. The barrel-aged 1050 is a gourmet beer. That is, yeah, no question. That's what it is. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you very much, Andy. Andy also says, if Story does poorly in the playoffs, then what will be the story of his playoffs? Boo that joke. Boo. It's bad. All right. Things are going interestingly here for sure. It's a living the high life beer. Yeah. Yeah. Living the high life. Okay, so Sofia Vergara is doing a Head and Shoulders commercial with her son, who is now just as hot as she is. But he's a man. He's old. He's like 20 years old. Sofia Vergara does not look like she should have a son who's 20 years old and in hair commercials. Does he? Does she? Does she look like that? I saw this movie, The Female Brain. Sofia Vergara's in it. It was written by Neil Brennan and Whitney Cummings. It's really, really good. If you haven't seen it yet, it is fantastic. I don't know if everybody is watching it the same way I did, but I watched it right away, and it's awesome. I thought it was a really, really good movie. But anyway, Sofia Vergara is in it, and you know she's playing like this middle-aged housewife, and it's just like, you know, who's at the end of a marriage, and it's like, oh yeah, I mean, gosh, but she's that age. She's just not. She doesn't look like she's that age. We're talking about Sofia Vergara and how Sofia Vergara doesn't look like she's old enough to have a 20-year-old son that she does Head and Shoulders commercials with.
I think
First out on the first pitch.
She doesn't look that old, but she does look. Wow. Oh my gosh. They call it strike, huh?
They did.
Does he cross?
He does not go across. That bat is never perpendicular to the path of the ball, so that is not a strike. That should not be a strike. It was a check swing.
If you speak Spanish, you know exactly what he just said
on
the screen. So they couldn't do a gummy bear. They didn't know what was in it.
They didn't know what was in it?
Yeah.
Gummy bears.
It's
just
it
gummy bears in vodka.
All gummy bears in a cup. I would take that shot. What page is Ari on? Ari's on the YouTube page, right? Mm-hmm. Commenting on the YouTube page. Mm-hmm. Tyler Anderson's still in bottom of the sixth. I feel like he had a lot of critics, and he brought his A game.
Anderson?
Yeah. He had a lot of critics prior to this game.
He has been very good.
He's been very good. Very good.
Aguilar 0 for 2 today.
Yeah, I'm surprised
fouls
we haven't
that
seen
pitch
more
off
from
high
him.
in the zone, and it is 1-2.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more from Aguilar. Wow, and I jinxed it.
And Aguilar
Oh, okay.
hits a fly ball out to left field. 2 outs now. Anderson, 83 pitches.
And about to finish the bottom of the
About
sixth.
to finish the 6th inning.
He'll probably go 7.
I don't know. I think that if I'm Bud Black, I say good job, Tyler Anderson, and then you go to your bullpen.
Don't F it up.
Go to your bullpen. I'm okay with that move. I'm absolutely okay with that. Anderson has done his job today, as all of the pitchers for the Rockies have done this postseason. Except, look, here's the thing. I was trying to explain this to Drotar because he was very critical of the offense last game. And really just in general this postseason because they have not scored a ton of runs. Oh, there's Mike Moustakas. That is a home run. Oh, nope, just shy at the wall.
Cargo with the defense. End of the 6th.
All he had to do was stand there and catch it.
He ran backwards. Come on.
So Moose falls short.
At things that you couldn't do.
I'm not
chuckle at things that you couldn't do.
Have you ever tried to hit a baseball with a wooden bat?
Yes.
How did it go?
Those wooden bats are really heavy. My friend just bought one of Ian Desmond's in-game use bat, and I was carrying it, and it was pretty heavy.
Okay.
So.
But you've never tried to hit.
I've tried to hit a ball. Yes, I said yes.
Okay, how did it feel?
Very heavy.
Heavy. The bat was heavy. So you didn't make contact.
Yes, I made contact, but it was hard. It was a hard thing to do. I'm not strong enough to use an MLB bat.
Did it fall out of your hand?
No. Shut up. Have you ever tried scoring a?
Oh, I have, and I will tell you this. Because I was covering, I was in Northwest Arkansas, which is where the AA affiliate for the Royals is, and they had us do the first. They had me do the first pitch at the game, and it was this kind of big thing around the organization. So we actually got to do. I was actually out on the field with Eric Hosmer and Mike Moustakas, and I can't remember who else it was. It wasn't. It wasn't a pitcher who has done anything with them. But he was out there and he was throwing pitches and doing some BP, and I actually got to do some batting practice with the minor league affiliate, which is really a lot of fun. I can hit 60, like I can hit a 60-mile-per-hour pitch pretty well, but anything above I'd say probably 75 starts to scare me. If that seriously. An 80-mile-an-hour pitch looks like it's traveling at 1 billion miles an hour. Yeah. If you've never seen an 80-mile-an-hour pitch, if you've ever seen a 90-mile-an-hour pitch,
well, let me just say
this guy pitched me because they had the radar gun out there too. Because it was a whole bit. We did a whole thing for the radio station, and they showed the gun. He was throwing 95, and I'm like, I didn't even see it. I didn't even see the ball.
Yeah, well,
it was in the glove. As you threw it, I couldn't. I didn't even know what to do. I was afraid. I was afraid of the ball.
Well, I have played one-on-one.
Also, too, my arms. It made. If you catch it wrong, if you're swinging through and you catch the ball wrong on a wooden bat, the bat will just spiral shatter in your hands.
Yeah.
And it will ruin your arms.
Yeah.
My arms hurt so much after catching one of those balls wrong. God.
Yeah. I've played one-on-one. As TJ knows, maybe, I dated an MLB player. We won't say who, but I've dated an MLB player who's a pitcher.
I guess.
And,
several, right?
No.
Several?
Not several. 2.
Who's
two MLB players, but one pitcher.
Who's in your DMs right now?
My point is that I've played. We used to go play one-on-one before his. On days after he pitched.
92 outside by Soria. Soria pitched
yesterday.
Pitch. He's back into this game today.
And I'm not scared to take him on. I was never scared, despite how big he was, never scared to take him on one-on-one basketball. But he did pitch a few at me. We would play like wiffle ball or thing. I was terrified. He could throw the ball so hard and so fast. And, has thrown 100 miles an hour in a game, in an MLB game. And I was terrified with the ball coming at me that speed.
JJ said that Vergara's son was born in 1991. So she was 19-ish when she had him.
Yeah.
But she looks amazing for her age.
Hey, Desmond with a little bounce.
Oh, he's not going to make it.
Safe.
That is a safe.
Bad pass.
He's not going to make the throw is what I meant. But, yes, that's safe there at first. He beat out the throw, and the Rockies have a runner. Tyler Anderson is done.
Yeah,
he retired the last 7. No, he's not done yet. He's not done yet. Are they retiring him, or is he done for the day? He is. He is done for the day. Okay, he is done for the day. 6 innings. That's exactly that's what we figured they would do. Okay, so here's some more comments. Gummy bear shot. Equal parts cherry vodka, peach schnapps, 7-Up, pineapple, chilled rock. Don't shake.
Matthew, they couldn't
make
it for
knows
me.
it.
Here,
Matthew
can you
knows
make
it.
one for me?
He's in Wisconsin.
Send it to me via Amazon.
So what did you
Prime.
get again, Jenna? I couldn't think of. Yeah, it's a vodka or tequila shot she hasn't taken yet.
It's giant. Look how much she served me.
What? That's a
huge shot.
You're fine.
This is a bigger shot than TJ took.
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
It's big.
Women always get bigger shots.
A girl served it to me.
Yeah, well,
you mean what?
It doesn't really matter. We're in Colorado.
There are not that many
What?
girls that swing that way in Colorado.
Well, the one at the bar does.
Really?
Pretty sure.
I have the worst radar on that. I have the worst.
That is impossible. There's no
real.
way you don't know that.
No, I'm dead serious.
Okay,
I'm dead
all
serious.
right.
I have really bad
All right.
radar. How do you guys know? I'm like Dwight from The
How do you know?
Office.
How do you know? How do you know?
I'm like Dwight from the Office when it comes to this.
All right, so the bartender, she is currently sifting through something underneath the bar. But once she stands up, you tell me, how do you know?
I don't think that she knows. I think she maybe just likes biker dudes. Or I feel like you're trying to put her in a box.
I'm not putting her in a box, although she probably wants to be in a box. So.
Oh my gosh, that's putting her in a box.
That's not putting her in a box.
Ian Desmond leading off.
She's in whatever box she wants to be in.
Ionetta at the plate. Hasn't gotten a pitch yet because Desmond keeps leading off.
Eric says that's a pretty big shot.
Thank you. See? It's huge.
JJ says that's a huge assumption. That's why you lose followers, CJ.
Yeah.
Sure.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly.
Sure it was an assumption.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, see, Matt knows. Yeah, look.
I don't like assuming.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Yeah. I'm saying that's just.
But you're assuming.
I'm actually like, I want people to live their best life. Like that, I'm all for.
That's why I have
people
this giant shot
being non-judgmental and letting people live their lives. This is not a judgment call. I'm just saying, women get served bigger shots.
Hey, I have a judgmental question for you guys.
Okay.
Do you think it's judgmental to comment like, I don't like that blank. I don't like that people do blank actions. Do you think it's judgmental to talk about people's actions?
Eric's like, yep.
Do you think it's is it judgmental to just judge them by their appearance? Because I feel like judging a person by what they look like is totally judgmental.
Or where they're from, or...
Yeah, but like from on the outside of things they can't change. But judging a person, like, I don't like how that person is drunk 7 days out of the week. Is that being judgmental? Or is that just saying, I'm not going to choose to be drunk 7 days out of the week? I don't...
Yeah, some people can't choose. I mean, addiction is a very misunderstood thing.
I know, I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, okay, for example. Oh, go to third! Get up and run!
Oh,
Hey, Desmond makes it to third on a wild pass
all
from the catcher.
All the way to third. 0-2 the count, and this is where Soria gets in trouble.
Look at these 3 Rockies fans. Woo! 3 Rockies fans in all of Miller Park right now.
The attempt at the throw there.
Hits Shaw with his
Bad
helmet.
throw by the catcher.
That's going to be a little bruise.
Trying to throw Desmond out at second does not work, and Desmond makes it all. That is hustle right there. And as much as people may criticize Ian Desmond, you cannot say he's lazy. He is not a lazy player.
He does the little things right. He hustles. He's one of the first guys out there. He puts in the work.
This is a different thing. I think sometimes players can lack focus even if they're working hard, and I think if you could explain, Iannetta is out now, and he snaps the bat over his knee. He is pissed off that he swung and missed on that one.
He is just a calm, cool, collected guy. For him to break a bat over his knee, he must be really mad. I've never seen Iannetta
Chris
angry.
Iannetta is heading back to he's leaving the game.
He's just walked straight into the tunnel.
He went right into the tunnel.
He walked right out.
He's like, all right, I'm done.
I'm done.
Okay.
I've never seen him angry like that.
Iannetta.
And I have worked closely with Iannetta this season. He's just not an angry guy. Two daughters.
No, he is. I saw.
He's angry right now,
anger.
but in general, he's not an angry guy. I just don't know why. Why break the bat? Are you mad at yourself for swinging, or are you mad that that pitch was called? Because it was a strike, man. It was a strike.
JJ says this is why men get such a bad rap. Smiley face. Man, this is why men get such a bad rap. Smiley face.
I do like terrorists.
Probably
all your comments, all the men's comments.
Men get a bad rap because men are
like
awful. I think that's generally true.
You're awful human
Like
beings.
women hate men, but you also have to understand, men also hate men. So.
But you think that's because you guys aren't loved unconditionally.
No. What? We don't.
By the way, I'm still hungry. Are you full?
Well, I've had a lot to eat today.
Oh, you have?
I have.
That's
I had some tacos at Los Chingones today on a business meeting. I also had a very nice bagel at Bagel Shop this morning.
Lord,
my day starts at 4 a.m.
I know. I'm just like surprised that you never eat. I have not eaten, so I might order
JJ says not all of us are awful. I'm not saying all of us are awful, but we are all awful. We're all awful.
I don't think you guys are all awful, but
Chris says, "Hey, I'm a good dude." Yeah, sure.
Chris
I'm
is
sure.
a very good guy.
Right. Except that you're not.
No,
because,
Chris is a good guy.
No, because we all, unless you have no sex drive, it's hard to explain. Like you wake up one day when you're 13 and you have an angry terrorist who's just gotten out of prison
living inside
in your pants, and you have no idea how to satisfy that.
Count. Oh my gosh, Matt Holiday swings 0-2.
Swing and a miss.
That was
second
bad.
strikeout.
That pitch was so high. Soria looks exhausted. I mean, he looks tired.
They need a base hit to tie this game up. That's all they need.
Seriously,
they just need
Desmond
a base
has done
hit.
the work, but I just don't get Holiday. I don't get it. He did. Wow, that was so high. So high. It's not even like, what are you swinging at, man? Are you swinging at the shadow of the ball right now?
Thank you very much.
I should have ordered more food.
TJ was being super presumptuous and stereotyped the bartender. I'm not saying he was wrong, but he may have wrong to be so judgy.
Maybe wrong to be so judgy. That scoreboard accurate? Yes, 0-1 Brewers still. Josh Hader coming out of.
Are you gonna drink this shot, or are you just gonna let it sit
I'm gonna
there?
drink it right now because Josh Hader's coming out of the bullpen.
Build a bridge, Andrew. That's what Tom says. Eric, is that scoreboard accurate? The scoreboard is accurate. Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Absolutely.
I'm trying to take my shot because you can have
it. Match says Hader for 1 1/3, then JJ Jeffress save, close it out Brewers. Matt says TJ knows what's up. It's true. Look, think about it this way. Women are always complaining about the fact that they don't have more control and power in the world, which is a legitimate complaint. But I guarantee you, if we put women in charge, they would fuck it up just as badly as we do. And that's okay. That's absolutely all right. But saying that women don't have the most important job in the world, like quite literally, women make people. You realize how amazing that is? That is the most important function of our species, is that we continue to have children. That's what women do.
Yeah.
That's why you have to
be nicer to us. What's wrong with you guys? Be nicer to us. We don't exist. You don't exist without us.
Well, y'all don't exist without us either. Like that's the thing.
Actually, scientists have come up with a way for 2 women to have a baby.
Have they?
Yes.
I haven't seen that study.
2 X chromosomes can create. You can create With enough X chromosomes, you can make a Y chromosome.
Have they made a baby with 2 women?
I think it's like in the in vitro process. They're like trying to do it in a little
Right.
test tube.
So it's possible in theory, but they haven't actually done it and
Yes.
seen a person grow up and be a normal human person
not
with
yet.
no problems.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yet is an important word to have in your
JJ
vocabulary.
says nature finds a way. It does. Nature does find a way. I'm just saying, like, women have the most important job.
Look at all of these clips they're showing.
Like, literally, like, take all the facade of society away, like government and corporations and all that crap and all the hierarchy and all that stuff. Women literally have the most important job on Earth.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want everything? Do you want all of the stuff? Like,
So wait, because we carry babies, we can't be successful business people, be high, treated
Tom says
nicely?
I can make a baby
I'm
with
so
wings and beer.
confused.
No, like that's a really important job.
I know, but
So
what do you
really
mean? Do we want everything?
What are we supposed to do? Like that's what we do. We run shit.
Treat us nice.
We're in charge.
No.
We're in charge of running the world. That's what men do.
I wish men could carry. I want them to
Men
advance.
I'm not saying men are
so
good at it.
men
I'm just
could
saying that's our
carry
job.
Babies. I want a man. I have not gotten pregnant for a reason, and
98 outside hater, man. Hater's got some heat.
I want a man
1-0
to carry
though
a baby.
on Blackman.
Why should my career have to be put on hold because I want a family too? You got to choose. It's just.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think having a child is more important than having a family. And look, women should get
hey,
full
Charlie,
direct line drive at the second
to
baseman.
Shaw.
No. Women. Well, look, women.
That'll end the inning. Buddy Black looks unconsolable. He looks like he's staring into the grass of Milwaukee. Miller.
All right,
Park.
we head to the bottom of the 7th after Hader gets that out.
He's realizing his team isn't a playoff-ready team at this point. They can't score in late innings. They did yesterday,
Well, right
and
now they're not scoring at all.
Right, they can't score at all. But if you can't score in late innings, you're not a playoff-ready team. I tweeted yesterday, Rockies fans should be proud of that game and consider it a victory because they scored in late innings, and that's just not something that the Rockies do often.
Tom says, so I see TJ watch Strange Times. It's a Joe Rogan Netflix special. You should absolutely watch it. It's
Can I see
great.
the menu?
You know what's funny is I was not a big fan of Joe Rogan until maybe about a year and a half ago. He's kind of hit a Joe Rogan renaissance. That guy's really, he's doing some really good work right now. If you haven't checked out his podcast, I recommend it. It's very good. Women,
7th inning, right?
Women wield a pretty powerful damn weapon, that's for sure. They have the power in many ways. This is a woman's world these days. That's what Eric says. I would never complain about never having to be pregnant. My wife is amazing. Yeah, my wife's amazing too.
If you're married or you have a baby mama, thank them for carrying the freaking child because that is not an easy feat. Your body, like I've talked to women, and your body basically is destroyed. Like the child,
but it recovers really well. It recovers really well.
Are you commenting on MILFs right now?
No. I'm saying that's the amazing thing about women's bodies is that they can recover from that.
But it's not the same afterwards. Like internally, yes, outwardly you might think the body recovers well, but internally your body is all like different.
Yeah. Your hormones are out of whack
for the rest of your life at this point.
Yep.
And like that's insane to me. Like it's insane to me that someone would ask me to do that. I can't wrap my head around. Like I might love a person enough. Like you have to really love a person to give them a baby. Holy crap!
Andrew says I got 2 boys, but my wife has complications both times. That does happen.
Thank God she's still here, man.
JJ says I'm married, but no kids. Don't want them. I like having money.
I'm with you there, man. I'm with you there. I just said the other day.
That is a choice you have to decide. You either have money or you have children.
Yeah.
That's absolutely.
Or time. Do you want time? Do you want to do your own thing? Do you want to actually be selfish?
Ask Ari Temkin about what it's like.
Ari's believes his child is a little demon. He really does. He doesn't believe that little demon doesn't go to bed right now.
Andrew says her body almost gave out both times. Yeah, it's considered a parasite. So yeah, that's what Eric says.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It eats away at the inside, and that's why I don't understand like how a man could ask me to do that. Like,
Tom
it must
said
be
you got a
voluntary.
vasectomy at 25. Tom, you got a vasectomy at 25?
Tom,
That's cray-cray.
that's not cray-cray.
Getting a 25
not
years old?
cray-cray.
I know. Look, maybe I'm just a big dumb monkey, but
No,
like
but you
want
really
kids.
want a family.
Yeah.
But some people know better.
Some people do. Some people do know better. That's true. Some people
Asher
are
is a
like,
saint. Oh my gosh, Asher is the cutest little baby ever. I think he's so cute. I always want more Asher. I think Asher should appear on every single one of the shows Ari does.
Tom saying $600 for a vasectomy. That's
pretty cheap.
I will never pay that much. I will never pay anything for a vasectomy. I hope it's 10 grand. And I'm like, it's too expensive for me. I
More
can't do it.
expensive to raise a child.
But I want to do that. So it's.
I don't want you to raise a child. Look at how freaking crazy you are.
My kid would
stereotyping people. Your kid is gonna be.
My kid's gonna
menace.
know. My kid's gonna know that you cheat in life.
Yeah.
To win.
Your kid's going to be
My
at
kid's
school
gonna know.
in kindergarten, and he's going to be like, the teacher's going to be like, so did you push him down or not, little Billy? And he's going to be like, oh, hell yeah, I did. My dad says you have to cheat to win.
That's right. I'm going to raise a little Patrick
Brady.
Bateman.
A little Tom Brady.
Little Tom Brady. That's
what
right.
you're going to have.
I'm going to have a little Tom Brady, which is, that one is high, and into the gap. Into the gap and a ground rule double.
Ground rule double.
Ground
is that
rule
Perez
double.
again? Let's freaking hit it on Perez. Otra vez. Look at him.
Oberg had a good outing, although he only had to get one out last game. He's now just two pitches in, gives up a big ground rule double there at Perez.
Can I have the food menu?
Sure.
I asked for that like 10 minutes ago.
I'm sorry. Well, I think this one's actually outdated.
TJ's kids are going to be
my kids are going to be
fans.
Chris.
They're going to send him mean tweets to their dad.
You can just go away.
Freaking Pettis again. Chris, I love you.
Brewers bullpen equals best in Major League Baseball. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. There's a lot of
Brewers offense. Brewers team. Guys, like I'm a Rockies fan, do or die, but I've been watching the Brewers closely all year, and I've been saying that the Brewers have something different than other teams have.
Shaw with 97 low and inside, and it's a 1-0 count.
They have they know that
there's
there's
just a little bit
nobody
higher.
amazing on their team. They know that. They know that they're collectively more talented as a whole than as
Take a look at
individuals.
location, and he's low. He's off. That pitch is drifting. He's dropping it. That's 2 consecutive pitches now where Oberg has been lower than where the catcher is framing the pitch.
Catfish on the menu ever?
Have you had catfish?
Yes, remember we had the catfish bites here one time.
Delicious.
You have food in your beard, by the way.
Do I?
Yeah.
It's probably salt.
I told you. You gotta cut
Andrew
the
says,
beard,
Belichick, how do I teach these kids? That was one of my favorite South Park episodes of all time.
You guys.
And, that is a line drive into right field. Cargo throws it to prevent the runner from advancing home. And now the Brewers have runners on the corners. Oberg is in trouble.
Please share this video. Like, we want more of your friends to get to enjoy our hilarious commentary. Although, I don't know if you really want to share TJ's mind with anyone. I feel like that's bad. I feel like we're doing a disservice sharing your mind with the world.
Eric says Chris's kids will be Cowboys fans. Andrew says the Astros, though. Chris, I don't have a favorite NFL team, so joke's on you. Andrew, does anybody know any Bengals fans?
Not a single one.
Eric says, serious, weird, not sure if I have ever met anyone that doesn't have a favorite team. That's me. I don't,
no,
Eric.
Whatever.
I don't.
He does. You just said your dad played for Arkansas, so you like the Redskins, blah-de-blah.
Well, he played for Arkansas State, and at the time, they were called the Indians. And in my child brain, I decided to be a Redskins fan at the NFL level because that was the mascot of the team my dad played for. But see, eventually, I grew up, and I realized that was a stupid, right? That my child brain did not prevail. And look, that not everybody does that. Some people stick with
a lot
the
of
team.
people do not have their child brain grow up. I have dated them. God, it sucks.
Matthew says the Packers will welcome me with open arms. Whoa!
Oh, did he hit him?
No, he didn't. Kratz is being dramatic.
Drama queen.
Kratz is being a little dramatic there. That was not that close to his head.
Are you being dramatic? I'm trying to share this YouTube stream with people on my Instagram. I wish that Instagram would have a part in restream. Why can't we stream to Instagram as well?
To Insta?
Yeah. All my fans are on the
Can we?
Insta.
Can we?
Don't know.
Maybe we can. All right, pitch delivery, high and inside, swing and a miss by Kratz. Oberg looking like he's starting to settle in here. 1-2. Runners on the corners, no outs.
Oberg is the one who looks like Patrick.
No outs here for the Rockies. That's
a great question.
Tom says,
In
yeah,
Spanish.
Indians fan here. Redskins totally confused my child brain. Yeah, right. That's right.
I don't know what to order, but I'm starving.
Supreme Fortnite Gang says the Packers will welcome me.
Supreme Fortnite Gang, you're back from last night.
Hey,
Thanks for watching with us.
I'm not a big fan of the Packers necessarily, but I love Brett Favre, dick pic and all.
Me too.
Jesus.
Dick pic and all.
And also, too,
Wranglers and all. Oh, my gosh.
I
love Brett Favre.
even at 70
Aaron
or however old he
Rodgers?
is now.
Oh, I don't care. He is the most handsome man I've ever had.
Who's the sexiest guy over 70 that you know
Brett
of?
Favre.
Well, I mean, really over 70. I mean, like, actually over 70.
I don't know anyone over
And
70.
Andrew just
Old
said,
people
copper
really
fit,
scare me.
exclamation point. That's right.
Too many wrinkles. I'm terrified. There's actually a phobia of wrinkles. It's a real thing. I have that phobia.
You have a phobia of wrinkles?
Wrinkles.
Well, okay, so let's
have
talk
a
about
phobia
a
of
really
wrinkles.
super attractive older men. Sean Connery? You're not hitting that?
No.
No? Robert Redford.
Who? I know the name, but I don't know the face.
Yeah, Robert Redford.
You swung, fool.
Swung and a
You
miss.
swung.
Scott Oberg gets his first strikeout and first out in this inning.
Patrick's
bottom of the
really
seventh
getting
inning.
worked in the bottom of the seventh inning. I'm starving. I need food. If I get nachos, will you eat some?
Tom said over 70, Sean Connery. Yeah, Sean Connery's the man.
Give me.
How do you
Jenna's
not like
all
Sean
about
Connery?
those silver foxes. Not all about them. Okay. It actually, in Mexico, if you have really black hair, that your hair usually turns silver
Yeah.
or white when you're older. And there's this man. My hometown in Mexico only has maybe like 3,000 people total, and there's this one man, and he is so handsome, and he's old AF.
But that doesn't help us.
I think his great grandson or his grandson is my age, or around my age.
Andrew says you need to ask the bartender for snacks.
I do, but they never come over here and help me.
Well, she's over there.
She'll give me a lot.
She'll give you whatever you want.
I was going to say she'll give me lots of snacks, but you guys would turn that into dirtiness. I just want nachos. Okay, ready?
Toss out those Insta handles.
I sent out my Insta handles. It's Viva Diva. It's easier if you look at it, but it's VIDA DIVA. 3 letters.
0-1 on Shope and 1 out. Runners on the corners. Oberg throws over to first. He gets the booze. Keep doing that, Oberg. Just keep throwing over to first. I am absolutely okay with you throwing over to first. Knock up the rhythm. This is a rally possibility. Rally potential here for the Brewers. Did you say toss? I did say toss. Andrew's very happy. I hope the Brewers win. I hope the Rockies win. James Villarreal says, Jen Sturger looks exactly like Brett Favre's wife, so maybe Brett was confused when he sent that pic. Are you trying to excuse away the late night NFL quarterback dick pic from a hotel by saying that she looks like his wife. That's how men work. That's right there. Hey man, could have been confusion. You never know. The doubtable, like just the ability to doubt is men get very legal in their terminology. Deny till you die. That's what Matt's saying. Deny till you die. Who's my baseball team, Eric? I was a fan of the White Sox when I was younger, and that was based off of a Sega Genesis baseball game. I did not like the uniforms of any other team, but I like the White Sox uniform, so I chose the White Sox. Andrew says, hashtag sports nihilist. I am the sports nihilist. I was telling the Sklar brothers that this morning.
He sucks.
We didn't even I didn't even finish my Sklar brothers story.
We don't care.
Harold Baines.
You didn't even invite me to the Sklar Brothers event.
Well, oh, do you want to go?
It's too late now. I don't want to invite myself.
You can get tickets. I can get you tickets. I didn't know you wanted to go. It's
you
a comedy event.
How do you?
I asked
I'm
Perna.
hilarious.
I asked Brandon Perna because Perna.
I am hilarious. Why would you not think I want to go to a hilarious event?
Why?
Guys, who's funnier, TJ or me?
That's not even fair.
Being a nihilist is exhausting.
That's not even fair.
It's exhausting to constantly hate on everything all the time.
Andrew, Robin Ventura. Jena is strictly Espanol on her Instagram stories.
That's not total. Who watched my Instagram story? Who said that?
That's Chris.
Chris, I'm not strictly Espanol.
Two and two the count now, by the way, guys.
Spanish followers, Spanish-speaking followers. A lot.
Eric says, TJ, how can you not invite your hot co-host? I was not thinking in those terms. Second strikeout here for Oberg as he retires the batter. And still runners on the corners. He hasn't surrendered anything yet. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th.
One of my best friends just got a boyfriend.
Are you trying to prove that you're not exclusively Spanish in Espanol?
I'm not exclusively Spanish. Look, Tyler Anderson brought his A game to game 2.
What's that? Nildis?
Hashtag NLDS.
Chris says, check your Twitter, TJ. TJ, how can you not? 3-homer right here. 3-run homer right here. Matthew is calling it.
3-run homer,
He's calling it that Lorenzo Cain is going to go yard right here.
Freaking Cain would do it,
Cain
too.
can. 97 on the edge, and they're going to say he did go around. 0-1. I didn't look like he went around to me.
This is what we got sent. Who are these people?
That is Jen Sturger and Brett Favre's wife.
They look exactly alike. Wait, that's the girl who got the dick pic?
Yeah, that's the girl who got the...
this is Brett Favre's wife.
Yeah, she's seen
Jen
his dick.
Sturger.
Both of those women have seen Brett Favre's penis.
This girl looks like she's their daughter. That's nasty AF. That's
Brett
nasty.
Favre. By the way, Jen Sturger tried to get into sports reporting and then did a little bit of blogging. I think Jen Sturger and then Mia Khalifa actually now is the woman who has had a sex controversy who's been able to convert that into a sports career. And look, hey, Mia Khalifa is actually pretty good. She does a good job.
How come you never say nice things about me?
I do say nice things about you.
Have you ever heard TJ Carpenter say something nice about me?
Hey, they say nice things about you.
Right,
The audience
I know
loves
they
you.
say nice things about me because they know better.
Do you realize the audience loves you more because I don't say anything about you?
Is that why you guys love me?
Yeah.
I searched Jena on Instagram and a bunch of teenagers in bathing suits came up. That's me. I used to bathing suit
no strike
model.
there. 1 and 2 now on Kane.
No, that's not me, but I did used to model bathing suits back in my
Chris
early
says Mia
college
Khalifa
days.
lives in Austin and does a sports podcast. She does. She's a big Washington fan. She likes a lot of the Washington teams. But for some reason she doesn't live there.
Aaron Sub says, you deserve better, babe. Wait, is that him, babe, or me, babe?
For the Redskins. Yeah, she does a podcast for the Redskins. She doesn't do a podcast on the Longhorns. Austin's a nice town, though. Austin's very similar to Denver in a lot of ways.
I've heard that.
Directly outside of Austin is nothing like the rest of but Austin itself is a lot like Denver.
Yep, Jeffries is coming in.
They're warming him up.
I really want to see Freddie Peralta pitch in this series. He murdered.
Peralta
murdered the Rockies. He debuted.
How do you say
in Colorado Springs? Or he was gonna pitch in Colorado Springs and gets called up same day. Heads to Denver. His family from the Dominican is visiting.
So what team does Lionel Messi play for professionally?
Barcelona? No.
Barcelona. Right, yeah, Barcelona.
Barcelona.
I just wanted to hear how you pronounce that.
That's how you would pronounce it if you're not from Barcelona.
That's how you would pronounce it if you're not from Spain.
No, that's actually incorrect. Not all Spaniards say the th. I spent a lot of time there, traveled all over.
Swing and a miss. Lorenzo Cain misses on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
I guess you were wrong, Matt.
Up in the zone.
Guess you were wrong. That's all right.
Ronaldo. How does Jena say Yadier Molina's name?
Yadier Molina.
Ernie says, is the Rockies AAA team in Colorado Springs? No, the Brewers AAA team is in Colorado Springs. At least, it was. It's not anymore, but it was. Sports Ball, it's produced by Rooster Teeth.
The Rockies AAA used to be here, the Sky Sox. But then the Brewers and the Rockies traded AAA teams, and the Rockies got Albuquerque Isotopes, and the Brewers got the Sky Sox. So it's kind of ironic, honestly, a few years later after that trade for them to be playing each other.
The Map Crow says, better root harder for your Rockies and forget about the lame ESPN3 canceled Brothers show act. Cheers.
I think he's talking to you, man.
He is talking to me because I was talking about the Sklar Brothers, which are in Denver, by the way. You should go check out their show at Comedy Works. They're going to be down in Larimer Square.
I can't go check it out because I haven't been invited.
Do you want? I will invite you. Do you want a ticket?
It's too late, right? Everyone knows this. You guys know. If someone tells you about an event that they're attending and didn't invite you to,
Jesus. Oh my God. I invited Perna because Perna and I go to these things.
Perna's so funny.
He's funny.
I do not like Perna's humor.
You don't think Brandon Perna's funny?
No. I'm not a fan of his humor.
You don't think I'm funny either?
I do think you're funny.
You don't think Perna's funny?
I don't think Perna's funny.
See, funny is kind of a relative thing sometimes.
It's different.
It is. It's different for everybody.
It's different. I don't find Perna's humor funny. I really don't. But I haven't seen every video he's done, so it could be funny in some videos. Oberg, back-to-back huge Ks. Tony Rank from Denver, Channel 7 News.
Too late to turn back now. Eric says no etiquette. How far is Colorado Springs from Denver? It's about 40 minutes from where I live in South Denver Metro.
Oh, perfect.
Holy shit.
We got half off appetizers. You get half off these nachos.
Jesus. So
hey, you've
much
eaten
food
today. I didn't eat until those little
Look at how much food that is. Oh my God.
Ribs we had earlier.
That is crazy. My God. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Well, I can't even reach over to type anything. There's a mountain of food in front of me now.
Hey, there are a lot of hungry people in the world. I shouldn't be complaining about a mountain of food.
No, look. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's a lot.
We have eaten well here at Oskar Blues. Half off these nachos.
Alberto's here. What's up, Alberto?
Love me some half off appies. You guys asked the bartender for those? Yes, I did. I did ask the bartender for these.
JJ's out. Later, JJ.
JJ.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the game.
To Henry's on Sunday, so we can actually meet you since you're a Denver guy.
Andrew says Perna's humor translates well over video. That's true. Like I said, I like Perna. I think he's very funny. And I also appreciate the fact that he thinks I'm funny. So
it's because I don't appreciate your humor that you don't invite me to things? Because I tell you the truth?
you just said you thought I was funny.
All right, but I tell you straight up when I think you're not funny.
You just do that to irritate me. Which is what most people do.
That's what you think.
I have found that this phenomenon is very, very specific to me. And a lot of other people too. That people will intentionally not compliment me.
You
or
intentionally
say
don't
nice
compliment
things about
me.
me. No, that's not true.
You just said that.
That's not true. That's not true. I compliment you all the time. I do it specifically to you. I don't necessarily always do it. But
on air, you don't.
On the air. That's what you want. You want to be complimented in front of others.
No.
You don't. The compliment itself is not enough. No, I'm just saying that being told that you're funny by somebody else who's really funny and acknowledged by others as being funny is really big. No, it feels good. Especially when you're
trying to be funny.
I will say, like, trying to tell jokes well, like in stand-up and in other like performance art. Performance art, man, it's tough. Strike there on Arenado. Arenado has had one hit in the postseason so far.
He's had a rough game today.
He's had a rough game every postseason game.
He's gotten RBIs. He's still producing in other ways.
1-2 the count on Arenado. Jeffress 6 pitches in here, 1 out in the top of the 8th. It's true. People will tell you. Right through!
Yeah!
The third baseman and the shortstop. That is a base hit for Arenado, and he gets on in the 7th. In the 8th.
He was fighting that all game. He was tired of all the trash talk.
He's been fighting that every big game he's been in.
Talk. I don't know what clickbait is. Aaron says Jena is clickbait. I don't want to be bait for anything. What does this mean?
He's saying you're attractive, and people will click on this video
just
specifically for that reason.
Well, TJ finds himself very attractive.
I am attractive. I am. It's true. I can say that because I'm married. I can be absolutely.
One human decided to marry you. Only one.
Hey, look, I won in marriage.
She's way hotter than you, man.
But see, that's it. Yeah, see, fight watchers like TJ is hot. Yeah, fuck right I am. That's right.
Fight watcher also said he appreciates the fact that I don't cover my face when I'm eating.
Oh, like this? Yeah, that's very. You don't need to do that. I
just shove it in.
Just open your mouth as wide as possible, shove it in there, and everybody on the video feed will be very happy.
All you need is one, Andrew says. You can tell he thinks he's attractive. He's one of those look at me dudes.
2 outs there, direct line drive.
That's the best comment of the entire
what was it?
Show so far. Eric said, you can tell he thinks he's attractive. He's one of those look at me dudes.
What does that even mean?
Yes.
Look at me dudes.
Yes, Eric, you're so right.
You mean like Bryce Harper?
Yeah, who wore like an entire crazy outfit just to get attention during the All-Star break.
Tom says, I clicked on the video because I like that brick wall, big brick guy. Eric says, you can, big mistake. JJ in the 8th, who's coming in to close it out for the Crew. Hader and Nabel gone, too. Everybody's been pitching. A lot of pitchers we saw yesterday pitched today as well.
That's right. That's playoff baseball. You got to go on short rest and actually do something. Shashin did a great job for the Brewers.
Chris asked, is it RBI or RBIs? It's RBI, I believe.
It's ribbies.
I'm totally fine with anything. RBIs works. RBI. RBI. I don't care.
I don't even know what you guys are saying.
It's like when people say Supreme Court's justice. Like, do you really need to say that?
No.
Here's what I learned about language. It's not really about using big words or small words. It's about knowing who you're talking to and being able to communicate to them in the most effective way. That's really all that matters.
Yes.
If you are
TJ?
talking to somebody in conversation on the street or whatever, or on this broadcast, like, I'm not going to use a bunch of big words because I don't think that that's going to be able to get my point across. I'm going to talk to you like I talk normal conversation. But if I'm speaking to the editor of the New Yorker, yeah, I might drop the word paucity in there for no reason.
For no reason at all.
It's just no reason at all. I just made me
That's
like,
pretentious.
yeah, well, that's what the New Yorker is.
You're
the
a
New
New
Yorker
York
is
Yankee.
pretentious.
You are pretentious.
The New Yorker?
No, the New York Yankees are
Oh,
also
well,
pretentious.
the Yankees are New York for sure. And they are pretty elitist. But the New Yorker, the magazine, is like the pinnacle of pretentiousness in American culture.
Yeah.
Oh, swing and a miss
Wow,
there.
Trevor freaking Story has
Story
done nothing.
has been.
Everyone wants to
he's
give
been
Nolan
off this game.
Arenado a hard time, but Story hasn't done anything either, and he's a pinnacle point in our offense. Nicholas WF says Des Bryant is a look at me kind of guy. Also, you're like Des Bryant.
Chris asks, "Are you Mensa?" I am not Mensa. I do you have to qualify? Do you have to you have to take a test? I'm pretty sure. I took an IQ test.
Mensa like Mensa in Spanish, or Mensa like something?
No. Mensa, the organization.
Ah.
You have to have like an IQ of 200. It's either 200 or 220. You have to have a really high IQ to get into Mensa.
Only pretentious people know what you need to get into Mensa.
Tom Herman is Mensa. Is he really? Tom Herman's in Mensa? I did not know that.
What's
Is
funny?
that true?
Do you want to know what Mensa in Spanish means?
144. You have to have an IQ of 144 to get into Mensa.
Do you want to know what Mensa in Spanish means?
What?
Female idiot. That's what a Mensa is in Spanish. It's a female idiot. So that is just a really funny name.
Oh,
wow. They call Trevor Story out. He
out.
strikes out. Dang.
Story strikes out.
Jeffress
And
is excited about that.
is pumped. Is it only 144? I thought it was higher. If it's only 144, then yes, I could be in Mensa. But if it's 144, then...
oh, you do?
But if it's higher than that, then no, I'm not. I've never tried to be in Mensa. I've never taken that test.
You don't
I
have
took
a
an
female
IQ
idiot?
test. I took an IQ test when I was in second grade, and I did very well. I'm not going to tell you what I scored. It doesn't matter. But I did well. I did well on the IQ test.
I just want to eat these nachos.
Tom says, I want to go to a Mensa meeting and watch everyone talk about how smart they are. That's what a Mensa meeting
Zach
is, right?
Rosenberg Mensa?
No.
He's smart. Way smarter than
I'm just saying that because he might be watching right now, and I don't want him.
to get a big brain, big head.
Andrew
Like
says
you?
Story is a disappointment. Do you think Story's been a disappointment? Trevor Story's been one of the best players in the National League this year.
In this offseason, he's been a disappointment.
The postseason.
Yeah, postseason.
Yeah, but the postseason's young. I mean, you can have a bad NLDS and then have a great NLAS and
Yeah.
or NLCS, sorry, NLCS, and it's the Stanford Benet is 132. The Catal is 148. What time is your show Sunday? Need something to watch while I wait for the Cowboys to lose. Hey, Eric, I am so happy, Eric, that you are coming back on board.
The Rockies are going with German Marquez for Game 3 on Sunday. That'll be good. That'll be real good. Right now, the Indians-Astros game is 7-2. They did lose.
Tom,
that's why you were saying that earlier.
Tom wants to know, does Jena know what golf stands for?
No.
How are the nachos? Eric's asking.
They're delicious. They're amazing. There needs to be more meat on them. But other than that, they're pretty great.
Andrew said in 3 games, yes, a disappointment. So 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So that would be noon Central. We are going to be calling the Broncos and the Jets game. And the Jets are favored in that game by 1.5. I think the Broncos opened up as 1.5 favorites, and then that line moved pretty quickly. That is everybody telling you that they believe in Sam Darnold much better. I almost said Sam Bradford. Sam Darnold much more so than Case Keenum. Because Case Keenum has the accuracy and decision-making power of a tennis ball machine. He cannot throw. If he's throwing the ball, like that ball is going where his brain, like where his programming tells it to go, regardless. And it doesn't matter where the receiver is. That's what happened at the end of Monday Night Football with Case Keenum. So basically, 144-ish, you need to be above the 98th percentile in the standard division deviation. Yeah, well, I don't need to talk about my intelligence. That is one of the worst things that you could possibly do on the internet is talk about your own intelligence. So I'm just going to continue to not answer those questions.
Lord Marshall said, I'll pop in. Any good matchups this weekend?
How about this?
Any good matchups this weekend outside of baseball? Who the matchups are the same?
I will give you my academic bona fides if the Rockies score in the ninth.
No.
How about that?
I don't
the Rockies
care.
score in the ninth.
I want to see you
say.
plastered if the Rockies score in the ninth.
Matthew's asked me if I play fantasy football. I do. I like fantasy football. I am not in a league this year. I wanted to not be in a league this year.
Oh, he calls it.
I just wanted to take a year off.
Christian Yelich was a strike, 3-1.
I am obsessively competitive, and it's really, I get crazy about that stuff. I spend way too much time on it.
Yeah, you don't have any time to spend on it this year.
Anything that's competitive, it has to be a real competition. I've noticed this. I'm a bad practice player. So in practice in basketball, when I was in high school, practice is practice.
You're Allen Iverson?
Practice is important, but I would practice on my own. Like, I would go through that stuff, and
Is Buddy taking Musgrave out after 5 pitches?
Yes.
All right.
Well, he's going up there to visit the mound.
Bud Black is actually going to be a fireball kind of manager and take somebody out and not give them a chance. He so believes in how players need a chance to play it out.
Eric says, okay, cool. I'll pop in. Any good matchups this weekend? I haven't looked. I would say if you're looking,
read that to you a second ago.
If you're looking for a savvy bet, I would say take the Redskins over the Saints. Everybody likes to shit on Alex Smith, but he's pretty good, and he never gets credit for it. And if he's got a strong running game, that guy is almost unbeatable because, once again, very smart. He makes good decisions. So
consistent.
He's remarkably consistent. And I would say take the Redskins over the Saints. If you're looking for a savvy bet play, take the Redskins over the Saints. And if you want consistent betting advice, sign up for the Phantom Football Forum, phantomfootballforum.com. $1 to sign up, $5 a month after that. That's less than the price of a venti mocha at Starbucks. I know that because I get the venti mocha fairly often.
It's a really sweet drink.
It's delicious.
Who was it that said they had 2,500
Andrew
on
says
the game?
Don't sleep on the skins. That's it, yeah.
Who had 2,500 on the game yesterday? Who was that?
Who? $2,000 on the game. We had a
Who
guy.
was that?
We had a guy on our chat yesterday.
He's not on the chat today. Probably
I don't think he is.
Sad.
He had $2,000 on the NLDS game 1, and I would just say that sounds like the kind of bet that you shouldn't make. Because if you have enough money to bet $2,000 on the NLDS game 1, you can bet way more than that. You could put $50,000 on NLDS game 1, and it wouldn't really affect your price. But if you're betting $2K seems to me to be that price point where you're like, all right, well, if you're betting $2K, probably you might have a problem. You might have a little bit of a gambling addiction. You're betting $2K on the NLDS game 1 between the Brewers and the Rockies. Because those are two of the least well-known teams. Nobody knows anything about those teams in postseason play.
I do.
Tom says 97% of sports bettors lose in the long run. Cousins gets money and praise, and I don't know why. And Smith gets shit on, and he's better. LOL. Hype matters, I guess. Yeah. Well, I mean, Kirk Cousins was good in Washington. His team wasn't good, but he was good. And now you're starting to see that not having a good offensive line in Minnesota is really hurting Kirk Cousins. Because that team was phenomenal last year playing with a lead.
And with
they had
their
a great running
quarterback.
Case Keenum fit that system really well.
Right. But it was because he had a great offensive line that he was able to do anything.
Oh, I got to finish my Sklar Brothers story.
Nah.
I still don't finish the story.
Don't
We
finish
were
it.
talking
You
about
didn't even
women,
invite me.
and we were talking about women and how much we all love women, because we all love women, and how they have the most important job on the planet, creating
Babies.
people. So that's very important. And they were talking about how in the world of TV, because they pitched. I was telling them about our show on Watch Mojo, WT Football, which, by the way, you should go check out on the Watch Mojo page. And I was saying, hey, that all the sports, comedy, satire stuff really started with you guys. You guys are like the grandfathers of this genre. And they were saying, they started telling me about how they were pitching this show this last offseason, a couple off seasons ago, to Comedy Central to do a sports satire show, like a sports daily show. And it didn't get picked up. The reason why? It didn't get picked up because
No
Nikki
women.
Glazer's show instead got picked up. And they said, we don't give a shit how funny you are. We care that a hot woman is going to talk about sex on camera. And that's what sells. That's what's going to make us money. And that's what people want. And, by the way, Nikki Glazer is very funny. Like, she's not – I'm not – like, they picked a good show. Like, Nikki Glazer's show was fantastic. It's great on Sirius XM. She's a really good host. And she's a really great stand-up comedian. But that being said, like the idea that women get a lot because of the appeal of that on camera, just based off of like that very small fact. Guys want to look at girls, girls want to look at girls. It's the same thing with like why
We're more appealing.
women hate men. I get that because I also hate men. Like we don't like looking at each other. We want to fight each other. We like women. Women like women. Women like men. Men hate men. Like men.
There's a lot of women on
like
women hate
yeah.
these days, though, and I am huge on my social media about like women need to support women all the time. Women need to not hate on each other because there's enough people hating on women in this world. So there's a lot of women on women hate too.
Let's see here. Creating people. Did you mean making sandwiches? Just kidding. Lord, let's see. The Map Crow says they were creepy in that Law and Order episode, the Sklar Boys. Yeah, they're good. They're good. I told them too. I was like, man.
Creepy. He didn't say they were good. He said they were creepy.
No, I said they were good. They're good. They were really good. They were in Better Call Saul, and that they were fantastic in that. They've known Bob Odenkirk for a long time, so that was those scenes were really easy to shoot.
Wow, Yelich heading all the way to third.
All right.
O's at the plate, or O's on the mound. He's only pitched 3 pitches and left Braun
Put
gets
this
to
over there
first.
for just a moment so that I can update what inning we're in.
You can't update stuff with
The
this giant plate of
nachos were in my
nachos.
way, and I forgot to update the score. Seriously, the Sklar brothers are really, really funny. They always find their way into shows that I like. Alberto says, I don't like women. I love you, TJ. Make my night, baby.
We know he doesn't like women. He said that all
He said that
yesterday and all today, and I just don't understand why. Like, what has a woman done to you?
I like women
she
a lot.
gave birth to you.
I like women a lot. Oh, swing and a miss there. Aguilar wasn't even close. That pitch was 2 feet outside of the strike zone. And he swung out.
He's a big guy. He has a lot of reach. Doesn't even matter.
Cheap Seats revival. That's why I told him. I was like, can you guys please do Cheap Seats again? And they said, we can't because you have to have somebody who has the rights to all that footage and who also wants to like embrace and invest in your subversive voice and taking shots at people. And they were like, ESPN has a problem with that because ESPN is in bed with all these sports leagues, and the sports league will get pissed off if you do comedy about their stuff because they're super serious about their brands and they're super serious about sports, even though it's an entertainment product. And a lot of teams and franchises and people in the higher-ups don't really seem to understand that. But it would be a phenomenal show. I do not play MLB The Show, Fight Watcher. I don't. I used to play a lot of video games. I don't really anymore. I do play occasionally, and I will occasionally play FIFA. FIFA is easy because they're short games. It takes 10 minutes to play a game, so you can just kind of pick it up on your lunch break or whatever and play the game. And so I'll still play FIFA occasionally, but those other games, that's the problem. That's what FIFA has over those other games, is that it's really simple. As a video game, it's a really simple, effective thing that you can play, and it's not hard, and you don't have to really think about it that much. Those other games, though, like MLB, you have to think about it. The Show, you have to think about. You have to think about Madden, any NCAA game. NBA games are complicated. The Maptro says ESPN needs an enema. So they need to clean out their colon. Is that what you're saying? Swinging them. Oh, fouled it off. Fouled pitch by Aguilar.
Hey, what do you think about giving me your water? You haven't touched it all night. I don't think you're going to touch it.
I'm kind of thirsty. I need some water.
You would have literally never seen it if I didn't point it out. But because I said something, now
Thank you for pointing it out. Go Dodgers. We don't talk about the Rams until November. What do you don't even know when you start talking about the Rams because the Rams haven't been in LA long enough to know that.
It's new.
Matt says fifth runner for the Brewers to reach third with less than 2 outs. First 4 haven't scored. Look, if you don't score a run here, I don't know. You will lose this game.
Yesterday we were commenting on how many times they lost opportunities to score on split runners, first and third. And they've done it again today.
Full count on Aguilar.
A lot of runners. This is the first outing I've seen O struggle. He's always very strong. But the thing is, all the pitchers for the Rockies are going off of a very low rest rate. And it's tough. It's tough.
Celestial Atos says if you were an athlete, you would know sports are about the world, about competition between the players, not entertainment for fans.
Calling you out. You ain't an athlete.
Oh. So ridiculous. Okay, all right.
TJ's really sensitive about his athletic feats. Wow. Oh, walks Jesus Aguilar, which means bases are loaded.
Bases loaded.
Who's coming up to bat for the Brewers after
Bud
Aguilar?
Black's going to leave him in there.
That is a real tough call. O has been incredible since he's come to the Rockies. But he's having his first rough go at it. Oh, no. Mike Moustakas with bases loaded again. He was the hero of yesterday. Goodness.
To answer Celestial Atos' question, I will say this.
Just let it go.
Masturbation is to sex as sports is to war. It is a simulated version of the real thing.
You can't say anything that hurts his feelings, guys. He takes it personal.
Anything that is a simulation is in and of itself entertainment. That's why it's a simulation. You would only simulate something you want to be entertained by, that you find fascinating. That's why you're recreating it.
Keep going.
So, sports and competition are inherently a way to, first of all, release aggression, which is essential. If you don't do it, things get violent, and you have to do it. That's why sports is so important to our society. That's what people don't realize about sports, is that it prevents us from killing one another. That's right. If sports didn't exist, Denver would be at war with Milwaukee right now. Like, that's what would be happening on the screen. People would be shooting guns at each other, and it would be covered on the news, and we'd be talking about how tribalistic our culture is and how we need to evolve. That's what we'd be talking about. But instead, we have sports, so we have evolved, and it's okay.
It's a 1-1 count for Mustakas. I say Mustakas.
Let's
Might be
see.
pronouncing it wrong. Christian Yelich, Ryan Braun, and Orlando Arcia are on base. Arcia didn't play today, but he must be in now for Shaw.
Mustakas watches that one. A ball. 2-1 now the count. Let's see here. The Map Crow says ESPN needs a major restructuring. They have to go back to the games and sports and get rid of the social media entertainment crap. Tom says sports is an entertainment business. Matthew says bases chucked with no outs. Let's go, boys. Mapcro says that's WWE. ESPN isn't very good anymore.
Wow,
but
Moustakas with a
base hit for Mike Moustakas. They're going to score one.
Yelich is going to score.
Only one, but that is
2-0
This
Rockies.
is not good. This is what will do the Rockies in right here.
The Rockies have only won 6 games when leading in the 7th, or when down in the 7th, I mean, trailing from behind. In the 8th, it could be even worse than that.
People are acting as though the Rockies need to score a bunch of runs.
They don't.
Because they're a good offense that are built around offense. They need to score 3.
Yeah.
3 runs is what wins this game. 4 runs is what would have won the last game. The offense...
So when behind after 8 innings, the Rockies have won 6 times and lost 60 times. That's not good. It's not a good stat.
Let's see here.
Tom,
reason for roughing the passer rules is because entertainment business can't have major entertainers getting injured. That's true. Is the NFL more lucrative than Dungeons of Dragons? DOD, right? Or is that D&D? Dungeons and Dragons is DOD. Department of Defense? No. It's not more lucrative than the Department of Defense, but it... Did Los Rockies leave their offense in Colorado? No, they left it in Chicago. That's what Matt Crow is saying.
They left it somewhere. They haven't found it yet.
Jenna, you say all of the names correct. Thank you.
Oh, well, thanks, Matthew.
I'm
well trying, but...
Ernie says, TJ, take 5 minutes in the penalty box for bad conduct. What did I do?
You drank the water when I asked you for it.
That was what that was for?
Yeah, you were mean. Bad conduct. Penalty box.
Is the penalty box the toilet?
Because
I need to go to the bathroom.
Could you get me more water while you're there? No. Not from there? From the bartender? So mean. See? He won't even get me water.
Tom says Jenna dated 2 MLB players.
What does that have to do with anything right now?
Celestial says, very insightful answer, man. I 100% disagree. I'd love to debate you on this if you weren't live. Keep it up, though, bro. What was I saying? About how sports is...
entertainment.
Yeah.
It's directly attached. Hernan Perez at the plate right now, who's been very, very good for the Brewers tonight and very good all season long, especially in pressure situations. It's a 1-2 count. Looks like Russin is warming up in the bullpen.
Johnny says, nice show. Thanks, Johnny.
Thanks, Johnny. But I think they're about to score another run here. Perez is about to score another run. There's no outs. None. Oh, he gets Perez. All right, Hernan Perez, first strike for O. First K for O.
Oh, Ernie is saying, you also taking a clean conversation and comparing it to masturbation. You sick, bro. That's what he was telling me to take a timeout for.
Ernie, let me explain something to you. TJ loses Twitter followers because of his conduct.
I also gained Twitter followers because of my conduct.
Is it about quality or quantity?
Quantity. Okay. In Twitter, it's about quantity.
It's about quantity. Huh?
It is absolutely about quantity.
I got some good quality followers. I don't have quantity.
Johnny says he's a Brewers fan.
All right, Johnny.
She is too.
I am not a... It's difficult, okay? I am. If I had to pick 2 teams that I like the most in the MLB, I would say I'd like the Brewers and the Rockies.
Chris Russin is coming into the game now for
they're both
the
NL
Rockies.
Teams.
Russin is coming in for O. Gave up the second
Terrible
run of the
inning.
game.
Terrible inning for O. First outing that I've seen O genuinely struggle, to be honest. he has been consistent. He's been fire. Russin, you could describe Russin's season as shit in one word. It's been rough. It's been a rough season for Russin.
Garage Mahal says, my
pitched very
shuffleboard
well.
team is one step away from being commandos. What does that mean?
Commandos when you wear no underwear. So maybe they're one step away from being pantyless.
Eric says, TJ's like talking to one of the boys. He's great. Thanks, Eric.
Eric, you're so nice to TJ. It's unnecessary.
Andrew says, I thought Twitter was all about the blue check. I got one of those, too. Dave says, I'm a quality follower. Am I a quality follower on Twitter? Sure. Tammy says, I'm a big Brewer fan. Johnny, go Yelich.
Tammy and Johnny.
Chris says, Andrew, that blue check mark drives me. I want one.
I don't care about the blue check. Not on Twitter, at least. Maybe on Insta.
You know what's funny is I got my blue check mark in Kansas City when I was covering the Chiefs, and I changed my Twitter handle, and then Twitter actually they take away your blue check mark if you change your Twitter handle. But I had to change mine because mine was based off of the station I worked for.
So did you call him out on it?
No,
did you ask him
nope,
for it? You
nope.
just got it back?
It was like maybe 2 months, and then they gave it back to me. I don't know how they grade that stuff. I don't know what they do. I was kind of, for a little while, I was kind of hoping they wouldn't give me a blue check mark. I was like, yeah, I don't really know if I want to be a blue check mark guy.
Why?
Why?
You're verified.
Because that's the status quo, and I am not a status quo guy.
Anti-status quo. You are a status quo guy.
Am I?
Yeah.
How am I status quo guy? I don't think you
I
know
don't
what the status quo is. I think I'm eventually gonna be the status
gonna be
quo,
a
and you are getting a head
and I don't
start
even wanna do
on
it.
hating me being the status quo.
All I want to do is eat these nachos and watch baseball.
Eric asked me if I think Ari hates his job. I think Ari loves. I think Ari loves sports. I think Ari loves broadcasting, and I will just say this: we work really, really hard at Phantom. And we're trying to build something here, and it's very difficult to build something. And sometimes you get stressed out. And whether it's me, or it's Jena, or it's Zach, or it's Ari, or it's Josh, it's never you.
That's stress? No.
We all care, and that's why we get stressed out. If people were apathetic towards building Phantom, then we would never get stressed out.
What a strike. Russin with a 90-mile strike ball down the middle. 0-1 count for Shaw. Bottom of the 8th.
Put a fork on the Rockies season. See you in 2019. That's what Ernie is saying.
Ernie, I called the Rockies 2019 World Series
in reference to your war theories, TJ. That's what Garage Mahal was saying. Garage Mahal, what did you Garage Mahal say? My shuffleboard team is one step away from being commandos. Like, oh, okay, all right, I see.
Gotcha.
No. It's a simulation. I'm saying it's like a video game. Video games simulate the real thing. Sports also simulate the real thing.
Real war.
You have to take it to its abstraction. Competition is competition. War is the ultimate version of competition. It is competition to the death.
Water. He's giving water to everybody.
Let's see here.
Duh, Bears.
All I want to do is eat these nachos and watch baseball. My life motto. That's what Dave said.
That is my life motto. Or I just want to eat hot dogs on the beach. Kevin Malone.
Eric says, Ari is awesome. Don't get me wrong. I love his show, but he's a Bears fan. Chris said he's been on Twitter since 2009. So have I. And he still doesn't have a blue check mark.
The blue check is...
Fights telling you, Chris, that you're relevant.
Asking if he's relevant.
Garage says, no, this isn't always the case, TJ. That it's competition is competition.
2-2 count. Shaw fouls one off. Bases loaded. If Shaw gets anything, Russin's only choice is to strike him out at this point. If Shaw gets anything, they're scoring.
Dave says Jena clearly has the best idea for how to live the best life.
That's right. just want to eat nachos and do this broadcast. Could I get water? This guy does not want to give me a water.
Strikeout. Russin.
Strikes him out. There
Russin
we go.
gets Shaw. 2 outs now with the bases loaded.
There we go.
If they can mitigate this damage to just 2 runs.
Did you say mitigate for a purpose?
No.
Are you talking to the New Yorker?
Is mitigate a big word?
It's pretty big.
If anybody did, if you do not understand the word mitigate, please tell us. I did not think that was an uncommon word, but apparently I was wrong.
It's not uncommon. It's just a big word. Thank you so much.
Can I get another one of these?
No, you're going to have to get up to get one of those.
I need another one of these.
You took my water. I'm not getting you anything anymore. I'm so nice to you. Can't even drink my water.
Andrew says, I got a boner for murder. Mankind's primal nature.
All the comments, I knew you were going to read that one. I could see it from here, and I knew you were going to read that one.
It's in all caps.
Of all the comments to read.
So I should shout that, right, Andrew? You
All
read
caps.
it. You have to read it. You read it, but you have to read it as though all caps is shouting.
These women keep turning around and looking at us.
Yeah, we have some middle-aged women who are looking at us with derision from the bar.
We're in Colorado Springs. There's a wide variety.
Alberto said
People
women are
here.
stewip.
Yes,
what
we
that
are.
means.
We are so stewip.
Because Andrew said boner. He did say boner. Boner. You know who got boned?
The Rockies in this
Cleveland.
game.
Cleveland got boned by the
By the
refs
Avs?
like hard. Like just like Pornhub. I mean, like really bad. Brutal.
I'm just eating my nachos and watching baseball.
Look, yeah.
Wow, he gets a piece off of it. That's going to score a run.
That is scoring 2 runs, and the Brewers are now up 4-0 on the Rockies. 4-0 on the Rockies.
Milwaukee is losing their freaking mind right now.
This is looking like...
The stadium is insane. They are so hyped. Orlando Arcia scoring and Ryan Braun. Nolan Arenado is pissed. He's pissed. That was the weirdest face he's ever made.
Andrew said, I laughed at my 2 sons, and my 2 sons looked at me like I was crazy. All sickos need sickos is a community thing.
This is a community thing.
I'm a sicko.
Just a girl eating nachos. Look at Arcia go. Man, the guy has speed.
Cash flow says, go Brewers.
Go Brewers. Look, I've been calling the Brewers 2018 World Series since the beginning of this year.
Cash flow, by the way, is the fact that it's twice. I love that name. I love cash flow as a
not enough. Russin with the grab, out at first. That'll be the end of the 8th. Going to the 9th. Could be the last we see. Oh, man, it is late.
Fight Watcher says, you don't want to read my comment out loud. What was your last comment? Oh, Cougars. They want me. I don't know. I think they don't want me. I think that they don't.
You? Do they want you?
No, they don't want me.
Oh, they definitely don't want him.
I think that they think that I have
passing judgment on him.
I think they think I have a dirty mouth.
Yeah.
They both seem very motherly, and they're not very motherly.
I'm very confused by their outfits and why they're so similar.
That's the uniform of the middle-aged woman.
God, I hope I die.
The middle-aged blonde woman. My mom dresses like that. That's how my mom dresses.
Technically, I'm blonde, naturally blonde. But your mom dresses like that?
Sure.
Help her out, man.
She's you can't help out old people with fashion. You can't help out old people. It's not possible.
I think you can help.
You can't. You really can't. You cannot help old people.
How old's your mom?
I don't know. She's like 50. She's like 54.
That is not. That would mean that your mom had you at like 19.
No, she had me. She had me at 22. I am 32, so she is 54. She had me at 22. I'm 32.
She's 54.
She's 54.
She had you at 22.
That's right. It's a very common age. It's actually kind of late, I think, on average for having children.
22?
22.
That's not late for having children.
That's very late on average.
It's not late for
It
having.
is. It is. The average age of a woman who has a child is 19.
Look that up, you guys. Is the average age of a woman who has a child 19 still in 2018?
Let's
is
look
that
it up.
really real?
Let's look it up. Average age of giving birth.
In United States. You didn't do in U.S.
21.4 years old. 21.4. So that is almost on the nose.
22.
Huh?
Yeah, almost on the nose for 22.
Almost on the nose for 22.
My mom, I know my dad was 19, but my mom's older than my dad.
Eric says if you shave, they would think you were 12. How tall are you, TJ?
He's like 5'4". He's really tiny. Look at how skinny he is. His arms and my arms are practically the same thing. And he wants... Okay, he's flexing now because he needs to really get your guys' attention.
Well, how about you flex?
I'm not. I can't flex my left arm. Who can flex their left arm?
Me?
Oh, yeah, for my tricep.
I guess flex your tricep. Go ahead
His
and flex
arms are itty-bitty, you guys.
Is it?
Yes, look it. On screen, our arms look exactly the same size.
They don't look the same size.
Guys, like this video, they look the same size.
My arm sucks. I have a really...
Your left arm looks bigger than your right.
That's an aspect ratio thing.
You're so happy. Look at yourself on screen. You're so
No, I'm just saying, like,
with your arm.
Is that bad? Is that a bad arm?
Your left arm looks bigger, and that's because it's closer to the camera.
I'm right-handed.
It's
so
closer to the
my
camera.
right arm is actually larger than my left arm. I think you're just upset that you were wrong about my arms being small, because they're not small. And I'm also not 5'4".
He's 5'4", you guys.
I'm not 5'4".
He's 5'4". He's 45 years old.
I am 5'11".
And he has no kids.
I'm not 6 feet tall. I really wanted to be as tall as my dad. My dad's 6'3". And I didn't make it. I didn't make it. And it was really hard for me to come to terms with for a long time. But I'm here, and I'm proudly 5'11".
Owning up to the fact that he is 5'4".
I was 5'11". I was 5'11" at 12, by the way, Eric. I grew to 5'11", the height I am now, in 5th grade, and
you didn't grow at all anymore. Was it
I didn't grow. I
malnutrition,
did not grow another
you
inch.
You didn't drink any more milk or something.
Nothing. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter. I was gonna be 5'11". It's gonna be 5'11". I think it's a regressive
Gerardo
gene.
Para with a single out to right field.
Para gets on base.
He has been clutch
Top
for the Rockies,
of the
to be honest. I don't think they're looking at me because they're checking me out. I think they're looking at me because they don't approve.
They don't want their young boys to lust after you. That's probably...
I really, if I was trying to get somebody to lust at me, I have better outfits. I'm just here trying to watch a game and eat some nachos. I thought I made that clear.
And Andrew says, my wife was 23 and 26 for our boys. Tom says, I got no kids, but I got 3 or 4 running around somewhere.
That's what my brother tells my mom when she asks for grandkids. He'll always be like, I'm sure you got one out there, Mom. And she does not find that joke funny.
Garage Mahal says, I'm 5'4". That explains the sports war theory. He's got the Napoleon complex.
It's possible.
Chris said your leg froze the stream the other day, TJ.
Because it was so skinny. That's how skinny his legs are.
Very impressive. An impressive leg.
It's
too impressive for the screen.
at all. It's not.
If I didn't know TJ was married, I'd say you two are flirting. I am married, though. Happily married.
And we are not flirting. By talking about each other's arm size, we are coworkers. This is a really difficult thing for me because I just want to be able to hang out with the guys and be treated like one of the guys and talk about sports like one of the guys. And it always gets taken the wrong way.
Chris says, we know why one arm is bigger than the other. Do you get that reference?
Yes, I get the reference. Why?
Can I get another? Thank you. Yeah.
I really do hate that, you guys. Like, I hate that I can't just talk sports without it being considered something extra or flirty or something like that. I have never ever had a conversation with somebody, with like a coworker, where at some point they didn't, not never ever, but like 90% of the time.
2-2 the count on Ian Desmond. It looks like the Rockies are probably going to lose this game here, but there's an opportunity here for Desmond to be a hero.
There's 0 outs. There's an opportunity for Desmond to do it, a couple other guys to do it.
I think ideally what you want,
a couple guys do it.
Best case scenario here is that he gets a single, and then the batter after him gets a single, and then they hit a grand slam. Strike
goes
3.
Down looking. Desmond freaking A. Desmond. Always going down looking.
John says, "You good, Jenna? We see you. Respect the sports talking female."
Appreciate it, John. Appreciate it. Not everyone does.
Carlos says the players don't pay each other salaries.
Huh?
So,
what is that in reference to?
Yeah, take that.
I'm just trying to respect the sport. Wait, the players don't pay each other salaries. I just don't know what you were referring to, Carlos. Could you tell us more about that?
Tom says they aren't flirting. It's just sexual tension. Dave says...
Thank you, Tom.
I don't even know. That's not better.
It's not beber.
Dave, feeling like we need a drinking game for every time Jenna says, "I'm just trying to watch a game."
Just trying to watch the game and eat nachos. That's all I want. All of you should have to drink every time I say that.
All of you should drink anytime she says that.
We want to do more games where you guys are involved in the game and all of that. So please give us suggestions. Like, we don't think that by any means we've done this perfect or even close to perfect.
Tom says, Jenna, first world hot Latina girl problems. You definitely...
That is not a first world problem.
That is you. You are the first world hot Latina girl. That's you.
That is not that's not true.
The RCL Puig is dropping into my DMs.
Oh my gosh. I didn't say it like I was upset.
God.
And that is not everyone's news. I'm never telling you anything ever again. McMahon at the plate. 1-1 is the count. 1 out for the Rockies.
Subject back to the game because you don't want people to know that Puig is a horn dog. Puig, it's not against you. You haven't done anything. It's just Puig's being a horn dog.
But I don't want everyone in the world to know
that Puig's everybody knows. I'm not telling you this. That you have not betrayed anything. I have not betrayed anything.
My trust.
Puig is a horn dog.
Why? I don't think that's not what I would see him as prior to.
Let me ask you guys this. Let me ask you guys this on the YouTube chat here. Does Puig look like he expects to fuck on the first date? Let me just put it that way. Does he? Does he look like that? Because he definitely does. Strikeout. Third strikeout. And the Rockies are going down in flames.
Seriously, they had no outs. Parra got on base. He stole second. And now Desmond and McMahon can't do anything. That is bad. A bad call by Buddy. Why would you put in McMahon right there? He has no post-game experience.
Eric says, Jenna knows her shit. She's one of the few girls on Sports Talk that I take seriously. That is a huge compliment.
Eric. That is a huge compliment. I really appreciate that. I at least do know my shit about baseball and basketball.
Tom says, it's good Puig is MLB player because Puig. Puig, yes. John V says 100%. Puig looks like he wants to fuck on the first date. 100%.
All right. Well, thank you guys for the advice.
It's just like...
This didn't need to be publicly discussed.
You're getting hounded a little bit.
By who?
By Puig.
That's not hounded. We're friends. We run in similar circles. He did not ask to do that. He said, "You want?"
He's like, "Why did you?"
to hang out with, like a
strike.
date.
1-1 the count now on David Dahl, who is over 10 in this postseason.
Right. David Dahl was on a major hot streak prior to the postseason. He had 7 home runs, 6 home runs in 7 games, and he is 0 for 10 now. Like, I have called every single game, David Dahl right here, homers. David Dahl right here, homers. David Dahl right here, homers, and nothing.
That is a routine grounder. That is
Your
what
favorite.
that was. And that is the game.
And the
game is over. Brewers win 4-0 over the Colorado Rockies. They advanced to 2-0 in this series.
They need to get on that plane faster than anybody.
Well, the percentage likelihood the Rockies win this series from here on out has dropped enormously. You can lose game 1 and you still have like a 30% chance of winning the series.
Mm-hmm.
You lose game 2 and you drop to 2-0, that goes down to like 12%. You dropped 3-0 and it is almost over. I mean, there's almost no chance likelihood that you will win that series.
Right.
Postseason series at 3-0 are almost unwinnable. I think the Red Sox did it once. It's happened a couple of times. It's happened more recently in like NBA circles and things like that. But at 3-1, you've seen teams come back from a 3-1 deficit. Yep. Very rarely do you see teams come back from a 3-0 deficit.
Yeah. I mean, but I think the Rockies have Sunday's game in the bag. They have their strongest pitcher, second strongest pitcher.
Oh, I would say most. Isn't this a 5-game series? Is this a 5-game series?
It's a 5-game series, yeah. Best of 5.
I'm sorry. Yes, best of 5s. Yeah, that's right.
Best of 5, but the Brewers can take it in 3, but they won't take it in 3 because in Game 3 they have German Marquez pitching. That's their most powerful pitcher. Not their most consistent pitcher, but their most powerful pitcher.
They may have Marquez, and I think it would be okay to start Marquez in Game 3, but they could also go back to Freeland.
Now that they have lost this game, you think they potentially could go with Freeland?
I think that they may start with Marquez and they may put Freeland in after Marquez in the game. If they still have a lead, I would seriously consider that. And that seems like a Bruce...
But you're saying in reference to the fact that they're down 2 to try to kind of
Well, they
keep the lead.
Oh no, the MapCro says 7-game series. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. This is a 7-game series, isn't it? Yes, everything is 7 games now. John, we are doing this for the next game.
Yeah.
Eric also says home field is real in baseball.
Yeah, it is.
It absolutely is. I'm pretty sure it's I'm pretty sure it's a 7-game series. I don't know. You guys are messing me up. Is it a 5-game or a 7-game series? It's a 5-game series.
5-game series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. TV. These are to be determined.
Yeah.
The star means if necessary.
It's crazy that we're having this conversation. This is how little you pay attention to postseason baseball if your team's not in it. No, it's 5. Yeah, it's 5.
5-game series.
5, 7, 7. This is what messes me up is because it used to be 5 in the first round for the NBA, and then they moved it to 7, but they didn't move it to 7 for the MLB, but they added a wild card, which is a 1-game non-series, just single elimination. It's all confusing.
Super.
Can we just come up with a uniform process for determining postseason champions?
We'll also be out doing the football, NFL. Sunday morning, we'll be there for the Rockies. Check it out. I mean, for the Rockies. We'll be Sunday. Rockies play as well as the Broncos. And we'll be back in Denver. So if you're in Denver and you want to check out our streams, come out to Henry's 16th Street Tavern. It's a good spot. Great appetizers, happy hour all day, and you get a free appetizer with our coupon.
Just go to the Phantom Facebook page, facebook.com/watchphantom, and download or just show the appetizer coupon to the people at Henry's Tavern, and they will give you a free appetizer. And their appetizers are like entrees. I mean, they're
actually, the other day, I know one of our fans came out and got a meal and used our coupon, and the waitress was super cool about it.
Absolutely.
Henry's is a really chill spot to be. Tons of TVs. Although Oskar Blues is popping on this Friday night.
Look at this, John. "Quote unquote, we run in the same circles." That was pretty pretentious. You were big time in all of us.
Wasn't trying to big time anybody.
I know Yasiel Puig.
Because we are both Latinos who love baseball. That's the only reason why we're in the same circles that you could call it. Not trying to be pretentious. We are Latinos in
Yeah.
baseball.
You think that's why? You think that's why
You
Puig?
stay tight-knit with Latinos in baseball. That's a real thing.
I don't
You do.
think Puig
You
is going to
stay
want to talk
tight-knit.
about baseball if you guys go out on a date.
I don't see why not.
Guessing he's going to talk. I'm guessing you guys are going to talk about something a little different. Or maybe just not talk.
Can we just not bring up my dating life on live videos, please?
Eric says TJ's big brother in Jena. How sweet. I am. I'm trying to protect you.
He's not big brothering.
I'm trying to protect
He's
you.
He's giving me shit. Is that big brothering?
I am trying to protect you
My little
from
brother
Yasiel
does that.
Puig. Bad news. It's bad news.
You are judging again.
You want a nice boy.
You are judging again. You are judging without knowing.
You want a nice boy.
Everything. And you are
A
making
nice
it
boy.
out to seem like me and this player have talked big time and we haven't.
Go find a nice boy.
Oh, God.
Who's not Yasiel Puig.
Let's read a different comment.
Yasiel
I wonder
Puig
what
is
the Rockies
big and
team
mean.
batting average is for this series so far. You know what? I get the post-game notes. I will send them over to you. 100% Puig is 100% overrated is because he's on the Dodgers. Do you think the Nationals would do a sign and trade Harper for Puig? Heck no.
All right. Andy says Puig 100% overrated. It is because he's on the Dodgers. Do you think the Nats would do a sign and trade?
Do you not listen when I talk? He doesn't listen when I talk. I just read that comment like not even 10 seconds prior to your reading
The
it.
Map Crow says, nothing about Puig would surprise me.
Oh my
He is about
God.
as smart as a hubcap on my back tire and
Ouch.
acts like a little immature child.
That's true. And I'm not a fan of that kind of behavior. That's true.
Denver Broncos quarterback sucks. That's what Alberto says. Good stuff, 5 stars. Thank you very much, John. Please like our page. Please like the channel here on Watch Phantom. And obviously go to Watch Mojo to check out our stuff there on WT Football as well.
TJ's decently funny on there.
Eric, when the Rockies' next game? Sunday? It is on Sunday, right after the Broncos game. I think they overlap a little bit. I'll be doing the Broncos game. I'm pretty sure Jenna will be with me, but we may have her do the Rockies coverage for us that day. We'll find out on Sunday. We'll have a plan for you, but regardless, we'll be broadcasting Denver sports on Sunday for sure.
And both those games, no matter what, will be broadcasted. We're just not sure what location.
Yep.
I like Dave's comment. Jenna, I think it's only fair that you reveal embarrassing stuff about TJ. Here's the thing, Dave. TJ claims nothing embarrasses him.
It's true.
And he will literally do more embarrassing things by opening his own mouth than what I could tell you guys about him. So it's not even fun.
Anywho,
It's true.
Chris says MLB Major Latino Baseball Orale.
Órale.
Yeah, sure.
Órale. Way.
Andy says 0 TDs for Keesum since week 1. Yes, very aware. Very, very aware.
Thanks for watching, you guys. It's been fun.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back on Sunday. Hope you enjoy college football on Saturday. Don't forget to like all of our pages, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all that shit. We're in a bunch of places.
A bunch.
Go find us. Later, y'all.
Adios.